With my wife. So,
Yes, sir.
All right, we are live.
Welcome, everyone, to Season 1, Session 9 of our GURPS Monster Hunters game. I am today's GM, still, Rigil
Big
Kent,
monsters!
aka Phil, when we forget to use our online pseudonyms. Tonight we'll be down one player, and probably down one player for the foreseeable future, as Padre is on vacation. And as this is a unique situation, there's going to be no real housekeeping that'll be handed at the moment, because we ended last week with Finley touching the grimoire that the Black Circle boys were using in their interrupted ritual. And then he experienced a flash. So if this was a television show, there would be a nifty little camera trick here where in the present, you'd have Finley is reaching down to touch the grimoire, and then we zoom in on it, in a really disorienting fashion. Then we pull back to reveal Finley wearing Crusader garb, including his glasses, which is kind of odd. And he would be holding the grimoire. But when he glances to one side where he sees his reflection in something that's sufficiently shiny, even though they don't really have proper mirrors at this point, he would see that he was definitely not Finley. It was somebody else. So got the lovely grimoire.
Well, since this, if it were a TV show, they would still have proper mirrors, even if they didn't have proper mirrors.
I'd like to at least throw in a tiny bit of historical accuracy.
Well, they had polished silver at least.
Pretty much, yeah. So Finley is going to be looking through someone else's eyes. He is aware that he can't really puppet the person that he's driving, and it's honestly really, really super weird not being in control of his body or his voice. It is.
Yeah, it doesn't care for it. Does not care for it at all.
The animus. Yeah. It is, 25 September 1118. Anno Domini at the time, although we currently call it the Common Era because that's technically historically more accurate. The camera will sort of pull back from him as he's looking around and reveal what amounts to a Crusader camp of some sort. And he is currently in the process of basically placing the grimoire into a crate. It's a small little crate that is filled with hay. So it's one of those where it's he's clearly securing it for further travel. For clarity, all of the PCs have obviously different characters, and they are Com Junkie I don't know how do you say HUGUE in fraudulent?
It's just you.
You.
Is it just you? Okay, Ude Payans. He is a blessed knight.
Oh, man.
Gigerman is Andre de Montbard, who is a Dresden-style lycanthrope, in which case he's basically just a berserker. He doesn't transform into anything or stuff like that.
Transform into a badass.
Okay, maybe. Finley is Russell, a monk who is actually, even though he's decked out in in crusade, in actual armor and such like that, like everybody else. So clearly, this has been kind of a rough bit of traveling. He is the scion of a fae, so he is half human, half fae. Front Javier is Godefroy de Saint-Omer, who is basically demon spawn. Everybody is, well, especially you, is a little uncomfortable around him because, well, he's, either one of his parents was a demon or something. And then Ronki is Payan de Montedidier. How do you say that? Montedidier. I suck at Froggish.
I think it's Montdidier. I'm not even going to say.
Montdidier?
Montdidier.
Yeah, let's let Andricus tell us, since he actually learned French and
Yeah, but he forgot it all.
Kazakhstan.
Pretty much, yeah. I got some of the pronunciations down still, but yeah, my guess would be Montdidier.
Yeah, so Payan is a half human, half forest person scion. So he is very, very large. He's actually size mod 1, so he's a big one.
Who is?
That would be Ronki's Payan
Gotcha.
de whatever
Montdidier.
monkey. So, as noted, it is 11:18 AD/CE, whatever. It is also getting kind of late. It is 9:30-ish. So everybody has been setting up camp or just relaxing. Nobody's removed their gear yet because, well, you've gotten into the habit of having to sleep in the gear because you're constantly getting raided and attacked by, well, various individuals. There
Probably the
are
Saracens.
not just Saracens, but others. There's a total of about 30 knights present, including yourselves, and then you have the appropriate monks, servants, camp followers, etc., etc. The purpose of this particular band is you are escorting Arnulf of how the hell do you say that?
Shock.
CHO.
Shockish? Shock?
Choquet?
Yeah.
Shock.
You are escorting him and his party to Jerusalem, where he is to reassume his duties as the Latin Patriarch of Jerusalem. This basically makes him the equivalent of an archbishop.
But kill me, Navarre. And
Shoot.
the
I
curse
was
will go
wondering
on
if it would
forever.
get that. I found that picture. I'm like, yeah, I have to use this guy. Arnulf, the patriarch, is not very well liked either. There are many who are very suspicious about his general rise to power. He's been accused over the years of various crimes, simony, sexual relations with a Muslim woman, and so on. He was actually removed as patriarch by a papal legate in 1115, but was reinstated 2 years ago in 1116. But of late, he's been feverishly gathering up relics and other, quote, holy items. And there are naturally all sorts of rumors claiming that he is ill.
Just out of curiosity, is this guy an actual historic figure?
He is a historic figure, yes. Actually, every single person that has been named thus far is a historic figure.
I feel
'Cause,
historic.
Because, that's the kind of crazy crap that I do in my off time. Current rumor.
How crazy is that?
Yeah, I know, right? Current rumor has stated that the patriarch is transporting some sort of great relic to to Jerusalem, in this procession of his that he recently came into possession of by, of course, mysterious means. Most everyone presumes that means he discovered the true cross after the capture of Jerusalem, and so on and so forth. However, we're not going to be bothering with any of that because there's a sudden, cry of alarm, and to pretty much everyone's lack of surprise, a bunch of fierce band of marauders that greatly outnumber you guys and the party of 30 are going to fall upon the escort from all sides. Apparently, you had some pretty crappy guards, not guards. Yeah, I guess it'd be guards.
And perception rolls.
Yeah, terrible perception rolls. And yes, I do realize that this seems like an odd deviation considering the campaign thus far, but there is a method to my madness.
I think there's just a madness to your method.
Sort of like Cylons having a plan.
No, it's a little bit more believable than that because everybody knows that the Cylons did not have a plan. In the combat tracker, do you guys actually see who is targeting who? I don't remember.
Negative.
Damn it, I shouldn't have removed that. Okay, so talk amongst yourselves really quickly as I fix this so since we're not going to be doing the map. I will need you guys to figure out who is I believe it's going to be Comm Junkie, but it's going to be a tactics check.
Then
I've
it
got
will
it.
not be me.
I got 12.
Not me. I'm just a pure fighter type.
I got tactics 12 as well.
We should fight
Let's
over
use
it.
that. Nope, let's not. Let's use that. That's a success.
I'm less tactical.
You point, I punch.
Same here.
Tactical or tactical?
Yes.
I don't have enough attachments on my mace for tactical.
Exactly. Does having a combination weapon count?
Well, partially. I mean, it's an attachment, so
Well, it's not necessarily attachment. It could be built in, but it's an addition to the normal weapon, so it could be tactical. Like if you had the Warhammer with the back spike and the spear tip.
Okay.
yeah. I mean, comparatively for the era, that's probably about as tactical as you can get. Yeah.
No, you could maybe have it painted black. That's pretty tactical.
Hey, that could be legit though. That's
Yeah.
blackened for weatherproofing.
Yep. So, as indicated, the combat tracker now has ats, so you can see who is targeting you and such like that. So each PC is going to get two per. So based off of that martial arts thing about tactics, what it does is it's going to be the leader, which it looks like it was you. He succeeded by 3. Let's see. I failed by 2. So I believe that means you guys will have a total of 5 rerolls for this combat that you can, do whenever. And it can totally be you critted on me, Phil. Reroll that. I'm burning one of them. I guess I should probably make a note for that, huh?
Was there a place on the party sheet we could put that? I remember we were trying to do that before.
Let me look.
Guess you could put it in the coins.
There, I put it in the coins. Do you see 5 rerolls?
I see it.
Very good. And finally, with regards to animal memorials, all of you guys do have a war horse. You can be either on the horse, or you'll have time to quickly mount up before the hostiles slam into you, or you can be on foot. That is entirely up to you. I have warhorse stats in the NPCs, and it looks like other than just making it public, I can't actually right-click and share it. That's interesting.
Can you drag it onto individual portraits? Not that
Or
it's,
drag it into the
relevant.
chat.
Well, that's the same as sharing it to everybody. I don't know.
Dragged it into, I did both. I dragged it to everybody, and then I dragged it into the chat.
Oh. I have no idea if that did anything. What were
Well,
we
I'm
expecting that to
seeing a
do?
warhorse come up.
You did not see it?
I did see a warhorse come up.
Okay. Well, I was just throwing that on there in case you ended up wanting to be on your horse or be on foot. That's entirely up to you.
Plus on the horse, minus on foot.
In this particular era, it is not that common for horses to be armored, particularly since, well, it's really hot in the desert. In fact, you guys honestly should be down a fatigue point or more. But clearly you have been sitted down, or not sitted down. Why did I actually say sitted down? You have been breathing and relaxing in a sufficient amount of time to have recovered the fatigue you burned traveling through this freaking hot sun.
Keep in mind, if you are on horseback, your skills would be capped at your riding skill.
That would technically be true, but I did go in and add everybody had to have combat riding. So that is not going to be the case for you guys. That should have been something I had added initially, and I overlooked it and went, oh, yeah, okay.
So what are you guys rolling there?
What?
Just random shit.
Oh, okay.
Test rolls.
Okay.
And I was rolling to see if I was going to be on the horse. Apparently I'm getting on the horse, or I'm leading the horse, but I'm not on it.
Well, you will have time to be able to get on the horse before the hostiles reach you.
Are they mounted?
No.
Then I will
Mount up.
They are, hold on. I had freaking notes, damn it. Yes. So, among the number of the attackers, they're just mixed up marshmallow mess. You can see people who are wearing, basically, they look like fallen Catholics or Christians who are screaming blasphemies. You can see foul Saracens and other kinds of miscellaneous heretics.
Who
Mr.
would
Mario.
who would you say is the party leader?
That's going to be Hugh, because I believe he has the highest status, and he just did make the tactics check, so he's clearly doing the single column, get online, you do this, you do that.
So if you told us to mount up, we would be
Mount
mounted up.
Okay, so let's see. These dudes are going to be, running and screaming toward you guys. They are currently, when the actual combat begins, they will be not quite. Well, they are within a single move of reaching you. So obviously, their next, when it comes to their action, they're going to be doing move-in attacks to come in there and attack you, because they don't seem to like you. Russell the monk. You're first.
Indeed.
And he's like, wait, I'm always last. What's going on here?
It's weird. I don't understand what's happening.
Well, you are part she, so SIDHE. So you are super dexterous and what is it? The Japanese call it a bishonen. Not quite androgynous. Oh, never mind. I did throw androgynous on there for him. He's a very pretty boy.
Either way, these things are going to be. I say these things.
People.
Yeah. Russell's going to move towards the what is appropriately tagged Fanatic 1 and start kind of, loosening up on the way, flinging, kind of getting ready, popping the neck, all that sort of stuff.
Okay. So are you actually engaging him or?
Oh, I didn't realize I'd be within range for him, or within smacking
Yes.
range right there. And then
You're on your horse.
Yes. Oh no, I'm not on a horse.
You're not
yeah,
on
then
a
yes.
horse?
So then I will do. It'll be a move and attack, but might as well see.
Well, it sort of makes sense that he is less instinctual jumping onto the horse because he's more of a pressed into this whole wearing mail and fighting like a Knigget. He was a monk after all.
Yeah. Are we not all monks?
Not yet. You're all Kniggets at the moment. You are technically not officially Templars yet. Templars have not been formed. And I just realized my fanatics are.
I've been
Kinda
totally
missing some
talking
stuff.
about how we should form up a group that protects pilgrims on the way to the Holy Land.
I know, right?
All right, so Fanatic 1 is able to narrowly parry that, unless you were throwing. Nope, you weren't throwing anything crazy in
Nope.
there. Oh, right. Hold on. Let me see if I can turn this on. This doesn't count. This is basically a test to make sure that worked. You guys all saw that?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Because I don't really care in this case. All right. Use to pay on. You to pay on.
Oog.
Oog. That would be you, Comm Junkie.
Yep. I am totally going to
Why is your character asleep?
I don't know.
Uh-huh.
Where's my character?
He's
Is
a heavy
asleep?
sleeper.
Asleep? Where does it say I'm asleep?
No, it was showing Z's up there. I was like,
Oh.
oh man. He doesn't care. He's like, screw you guys. You can take care of this.
Well, that's what they're here for. Nope, he will ride forth and strike
Fear into the hearts of men.
Yep, one of the guys, I guess, Fanatic 2. There we go. Strike at Fanatic 2 from horseback. And I will, from horseback, is that going to give you height bonuses or
I
something?
think that does
Defense.
give you a plus. Is it just defense?
+1 to your defense, -1 to theirs.
All right. So -1 to their defense, which is good because I'm going to throw a little bit of deceptive.
You
And
don't need to.
I'm totally going to. And hacking, so hacking at the head and neck is a little bit easier, right?
Well, if you're targeting them, I believe that's the case.
I'll just slash from coming downward. I'll
Yeah.
slash at whatever they will present me. So I'm going to slash at a random target in the upper regions, I'm guessing. So I guess legs would end up being a miss, even if I do hit, right?
I believe you switch them.
Comes the arms.
Something like that. I'm looking at it.
in regards to Ron Javier's question, do the warhorses attack too? They can. That is, I think you are at a -2 on your attacks if you're attacking at the same time they are.
Darn it! I should have done that.
Okay, so I have a -1 for the size, the height, and then an additional -1 from your deceptive, which comes out to, let me see if I can do the math, -2. He is going to attempt to parry with his broadsword. It does not look to me like he parried very well.
We're seeing your rolls, by the way.
Yep.
Or no.
I
you're not.
turned
Never mind.
those on. I turned
Oh,
those
you-
on.
Okay.
Treat, feet,
Okay,
his
so
hands,
arms.
and legs. Okay, so you hit him in the arm.
Artery hit. Looks like.
Ow.
So 6 becomes 6 minus DR times add half again.
So the DR is not going to cover the arms. It's going to be torso, I believe.
What are they wearing?
DR2.
So that should be 9 points to an arm, and that should be crippling at because it's a.
Unless they have 19 hit points.
Or they have 9. Well, no, they'd have to have
Okay.
more than that because it's injury
Okay,
over a quarter
so
or injury over a
it
third.
is right, and anything above that is lost. So let's see, allows
right.
crippling or injury over crippling. So it's still going to take just the half +1 to the arm.
Right.
Okay, that hurt a lot. Okay, okay, or injury over hit points divided by 4 for an extremity. No, that's hands. Hit points divided by 3 is that. So that is above that. It is 1 point shy of being twice that, however. So I guess that means his arm is crippled.
Crippled.
It's
not
crippled,
off.
but it's not off.
I'm disappointed in you, Mark.
Should have swung just a little bit harder.
I meant to tell you I was mighty
Right
blow.
or left? Does that say? It just says leg. Oh, it says left leg.
Left.
So yeah, so it says left leg. So left arm. Luckily, that's probably not his weapon arm, although still.
Probably not.
All right, I guess you're done.
Dune.
Why is Andre targeting multiple people?
Because multiple people are
Big
targeting
wide
him.
swa-
I suppose I don't necessarily need to do that. Right. And just as my turn comes up, I got something in my freaking eye.
Well,
Right, horseback. Kiss the cross guard and charge in at 4. Nothing fancy.
who's screaming obscenities at you because he wants to kill you or do something very bad to you.
Also, I'm not berserk at the moment. So
Yeah, I have to look at that.
I am just gonna do that, I suppose. And I think I'm gonna do the random as well.
Hold on. I have to double check something. You have bad temper as well. So it's under Berserk. It says if you also suffer from bad temper, any stress may trigger Berserk.
Right. Okay. Well, I suppose then that
Are you
that
feeling
might
stressed?
apply here. Hang on.
Well, you're getting attacked.
You caught me
from-
in the middle of doing another thing. I'm trying to now, and I'm completely freaking lost. Sorry. Okay. Yeah, that's what the hell did I do that for? Whatever.
I do have
Okay.
Berserk in the traits if you
Oh,
need to look at that.
okay. I should probably pull that up, but for the time being, I'm not looking for that. I'm looking for that. Ha! There we are. And of course, I fail.
You were just about to take a nap or something. Something to note for who the hell is this? Andre. It is a full moon tonight. And the
Oh.
full moon is up.
Okay. So noted. Let's see. So is that on the trait? Where is that? Got too many damn tabs. Traits. Or
There.
it's there.
Just
Okay.
share.
Good enough. I'll refer to that later. For the meantime, okay, so I swung and did I swing? Yes, I swung and swung well.
Right. Yes. Okay. So you are horseback.
Yes.
Let's see if I can parry that. Ha 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 ha. That's why you got into a really bad mood. He wasn't supposed to do that.
I'm thinking. What are they using?
Basically just broadswords. Some of them have
Okay.
scimitars. Some of them have, or the equivalent. There's nothing fancy about their weapons.
Just wonder if maybe I can end up breaking it. Okay, never mind.
Well, possibly, maybe. I mean, I don't know.
I don't think so. Unless they're cheap
So
or something.
the warhorse can attack one target while I attack another.
Possibly.
So as
I
I'm
don't
like,
think we've
so
actually done that.
can I charge
looking.
like? Because I have two fanatics on me, right? If I was to charge in between them,
Well,
I
you have
strike-
two fanatics coming at you. They may not necessarily be coming from the exact same direction.
well, for play's sake, but just assume they are, right? Because I'm going to attack two people. So figure the two people that are coming after me are the two closest to me, right? But my goal is that as I'm charging past maybe two of the guys, my horse will try to not ball over one of them, and I'm going to hit the other guy with my Morning Star. So it'd be what?
Basic 397.
So would that be like a punch from the horse?
Attacked by a war-trained mount can attack if it takes an appropriate maneuver. Let's see Chapter 16 for details. Thanks. That's a horse can bite, kick with hooves, or trample iron horseshoes. Give +1 to kicking or trampling damage. The rider's attack is an extra -2 if the mount attacked on its last turn. So you will be at -2. Where's Chapter 16?
That's just the maneuvers.
And
what
book are you looking at?
It's basic 397. So you can just, I suppose you could do that. It can make an attack, and you can make an attack.
Okay, so the warhorse will attack Fanatic 8, and I will be attacking Fanatic 7. So we're gonna basically
hold on. I'm gonna make sure that that I think you may need to make a ride check.
And also the warhorse can make a mount check too, right?
I don't think it works that way.
No, it has since it has the mount skill, you get a +1 on the ride check.
And then I have combat riding, so that gives me what, another +1 or something?
No,
Or is that
combat
just a-
riding. Combat riding in this case just means your effective melee weapon skill is not capped at whatever your riding
ride
skill
skill is. Okay.
is. Correct.
Which really doesn't matter because it's 15 and 15.
Well, now, yeah, I think that's correct, but I have to double check.
Okay, so my warhorse will attack Fanatic 8, and that'll be brawling, right? Or no, punch. Just punch.
Yeah,
they
that's going to
basic-
basically be what it is. Yeah.
So this is against Fanatic 8 as we're charging past.
Fanatic A. You can't really parry a horse. So, I mean, you could try, but it weighs a lot more than the. Actually, no, you can't because it weighs too much. So he's going to attempt to dodge out of the way, and holy cow!
Okay, and then Godfrey will attack with his Morning Star at a -2 against Fanatic 7.
And I am at a -1 because you are on horseback.
Then I
Though it
missed.
doesn't matter. Whiff!
So I am charging past, so
Yeah,
they
but,
will have to come
they're
running
still
up
going
to
to be
me.
able to. They're still going to be able to do move and attack. It's just. All right.
I intend to attack with my axe on horseback, and then have the horse trample the dude afterwards. Think I'll also do a -1 deceptive. So -4, that's a success on the attack.
So it's just -1 deceptive.
-1 deceptive, yeah.
Gotcha. He attempts to parry, but is not particularly successful.
This is just the torso.
All right. So that's going to be 19. That's going to be how many? That's cutting. So it's 1.5.
Yep.
I can never remember those. Ow! I think this guy has had enough already.
Unfortunately, that's not for him to decide.
So there's going to be a nice shower of blood and gore as he goes down screaming as your axe just slices right through that paltry little leather armor.
And then the horse is just a brawling punch, I guess.
Yeah. Then the horse stomps on him.
And then the horse ate him.
That's a hungry horse. Well, I'm not going to bother, but that put that dude into 2 death checks. Okay, this fellow is going to be charging toward Russell. Actually, yeah. No? Wait.
No, he's already there.
He's already there. So I don't have to do a move and attack. Thanks. As he swings wildly at you. And may hit with his success by 0.
I disapprove of his actions and wish to Oh, do I actually have a thing? Hang on. Ooh, I
You
do have a
got
thing.
dodge, parry, block.
Yeah, I was just checking to make sure I had a shield because I don't exactly trust the.
Oh
weapons
yeah,
thing.
I think the block is not including the damage or the defensive bonus. I think it doesn't automatically do that.
Oh, well, cool. Yeah, because this is DB2 for the shield.
Yeah, and everybody's shield skill is sufficiently high. I think that it comes to the block of whatever it is, and then you add 2 to the DB.
Oh, so I have to block a 13 then. All right.
But you can only block once around.
I'm cool with that. Let me do this just in case. And that's
Is that right?
And I think so.
So block is okay. Yeah, it doesn't have the DB on it.
Yay! I was right.
Assuming
This-
that's half plus 3 plus combat reflexes.
Yeah, probably because he's got a pretty damned high shield skill. Half plus 3 plus 1 is 11, and
yep, and then I rewrote it to 13 for the 2 from
yeah,
DB.
yeah. So it does not look like it's adding your DB in case you guys want to just do like he did and change your block to plus 2, whatever it is. Okay, well, he is very disappointed with that success as his sword, just crashes off of your shield. Fanatic number 2 is going towards. Oh no, he doesn't have to go towards you because you came to him. But he's got a crippled arm, so that means his max shock penalty is there, and that's good luck. This guy's not likely to hit. He takes a swing since you managed to cut his other arm there, but not the arm that he's swinging with, but he misses pretty badly. Hey, and the other guy, however, he's probably gonna, let's see. So I'm also going to apply the move and attack for him with the presumption that he's like having to move and attack. He takes a swing and may actually hit you. Hoog, whatever.
Nope. I'm totally gonna be just blocking this with my shield with a +2 for the DB.
And don't forget that you guys do have the 5 rerolls, although, presumably you won't necessarily need them for these guys.
So you're
Shield.
saying there are other guys?
No, it's just like I'm thinking, like, okay, I have to reconsider that.
Ooh, try to fail.
But you failed to fail.
I failed failing.
Success by 1. As with the others, there's a loud crash as the sword hits the shield and you bat it away. All right, this guy is doing a move and attack on Andre. Cap me at 9.
So I didn't actually declare an all out because
Yeah, you
we
had to
didn't
move
do
toward him.
the we didn't do the bad temper roll until after I'd already engaged. So I'll consider that taking effect next time.
Oh, he should not have needed to do a move and attack. So that is a potential hit on you, Andre.
Then I will defend for probably the last time of the night. Suck that.
Yeah, by 8. You needed to roll 1 less and it would have been better. All right. And the other guy, this dude does have to do a move and attack because he's like coming from a little bit further away. He charges towards Andre and swings. And you're not sure what he was swinging at because it clearly wasn't you. We're skipping
a
number
snake.
6 because fanatic number 06 is laying on the ground getting smushed under a horse. Fanatic number 7 is going against Godfroy.
Move and attack.
Yep, he's going to have to do move and attack because you ran by me. You jerkwad. Where are you going? There's a battle over here. Oh, man. It was spinning for a second. It was like showing 2 6s and a 5. I was like, yeah, that ain't going to work well. But fail by 7 is a pretty significant whiff. Fanatic number 8 is following suit at Godfroy. Rah! But also misses with his fail by 3. And then Fanatic 9 at Pyan. And that is, I don't remember who that is. Doesn't matter. That's let's see. All right. So he is going to be moving attack. And this is probably the last we're going to see of this guy because Pan is going to turn around and cut him into, tiny little shreds. Man. My rolls are really, really high tonight. That's like
Just,
You're welcome to leave them there.
Keep it up. Keep it up.
failure by 8. And finally, 10 is going to come charging toward Russell the Monk with a blasphemous scream and miss. So around you, there's all sorts of, the other knights and honestly the camp followers and such like that are also getting into the action as they're like stabbing at people and all that noise. So it's just a mixed up marshmallow mess out here. And top of the round, Russell.
More swings at number 1. Once I get to the right tab.
Heartily disapproves of this.
Well, that's his problem. Because swing bad about it.
Okay, so, and you said you are not on horseback. You are actually on the ground.
Correct. He's on foot.
Okay.
With a nice little bit of deceptive in there as well.
Oh, I didn't see the deceptive, and it wouldn't have mattered. I
Excellent.
completely missed.
Excellent. Let's do, of course, it's not on this character in what place I put it last.
I don't know what you mean. What are you looking for?
Where I bash him. Oh, just normal chest. Oh well.
Oh, well, indeed. That really freaking hurt. Okay, so he moves into half move, half dodge. He's got to make a health check. So he is not stunned, but that really freaking hurt. That hurt a lot.
As it was meant to.
So I will have the horse rear up to trample on, to smash down on that dude while I swing at another.
All right, give me a ride check. Actually,
Riggedy,
did I remember to have Brian make a ride check? I can't remember.
You didn't, but there's the roll.
Easy peasy. All right, you got success by 3. So you have succeeded on the horse check. It doesn't throw you, which is too bad.
All right, so slashing down on another guy. Fanatic number 3.
Okay, so the horse is engaging
Horse
too.
is on 2. Yep, horse on 2. Me on 3.
I completely grok.
Why can't I have control? There we go. On 3. From horseback with a little bit of a, hey, look over here.
I don't want to look over there. If I look over there, it's gonna hurt.
Remember, you get a
Mother.
-2 since you're attacking from.
And swinging,
Yeah.
minus,
Yeah.
so minus 4 total.
I don't know how much deceptive you're putting.
Minus 4 total. Going for whatever presents itself.
So I'm gonna have a -2 to deceptive. Whiff, whiff, whiff.
Ooh, try to.
Those
But
dice
it
are really
didn't
hard
actually
to
do
read.
it.
All right, so I'm going to try to parry it, but I failed to parry it.
Woohoo!
So you're probably going to hit him in the torso.
Yep.
Yep.
No extra damage. A weak blow.
That was a pretty weak blow.
Very weak blow.
I think it's just going to end up being 5 because it's no, it's going to be 4 points. This is 1.5.
But
He's
I'll have
fine.
he
He's
hurts.
fine. He's okay.
Now, how does the horse work?
Pull up the just roll off of the horse.
You're doing a kick,
I
right?
missed the horse.
Punch.
Right there. I guess it's a kick or it's a punch. So it's coming down, right?
Yeah, I think
Well, I
that's
guess
probably.
that depends on what you're doing.
Here. Missed
Yeah,
it.
it didn't. It didn't come
Weird.
close to hitting that guy.
And dirty turn.
Blood, death, and vengeance. All out double. I'll put 1 deceptive on both. 1 each for 4 and 5. Number 1. Number
You
4.
don't have to. Did you actually make the control roll to avoid going into berserk?
No,
Okay.
I probably would have done it anyway, but never mind that. So that. And swing at number 4.
So that
Good.
is -2 to defend on my part.
Mm-hmm.
Which I failed by 3.
Oh, you don't want to do that.
Yeah, you and Payande, whatever, are the heavy crushy hitters right now.
Of course, I rolled like shit.
That was pretty crappy. I mean, come on, dude. Still, that is 12 frickin' points of damage.
And with
Puts me at 0 hit points.
an overhead to the other guy.
Who also failed.
Uh-huh. What the hell, man?
That's funny. I'm sorry, I shouldn't laugh. I know it's like frustrating when that happens. It happens to me, but it's like,
I want to
really?
use reroll, damn it.
Okay.
I don't care if anybody agrees.
Go
Fuck that.
for it.
Go for
Just
it.
do it.
Screw you guys. I'm re-rolling this. Be worse, be worse, be worse, be worse. Damn it. I was hoping it was going to be worse.
Are you doing 2 rerolls or just 1?
Actually, now that you say that, this isn't luck.
No, it's gonna just use
So
the
it's
first
just
one.
the 15.
Yeah.
Which
well,
is, oof.
it's better anyway.
Okay, so that is against number 5, I believe.
Yes, 5.
Okay, what is the weapon that you use? I don't remember.
Broadsword.
All right, so you're gonna cleave this poor SOB in twain. He's gonna go down, with a hideous shriek. You got blood spraying everywhere. It's
I'll
blood, death,
also,
and vengeance.
I will also spur the horse to sidestep and step over number 4. We'll call that
Number
a
4 was, I got to find the damage again. That was total of 12.
So he will be a basically a
So
slam.
you are attacking with the warhorse?
Yeah, so the -2 applies on the turn after it attacks.
Oh,
So you mean-
whoops! It's all
Why-
good.
Ah! Ah!
Where the hell was that? Okay. Slam is what I'm looking for here. 370.
Yeah, just so you know, there, Fran Javier. If you do end up playing a cavalry guy,
Wow.
there's a couple. It's in addition to the combat riding, the cavalry training technique is the one that lets you buy off the -2 for attacking at the same time as the mount.
I don't think this is right. Hang on. I lost that bit here. Where is it? Okay, trampling. 404, by the way. You can okay. Trampling is the melee attack roll versus higher dex or brawling. Brawling, it should have been then. What is it? Brawling is. It doesn't have brawling. Oh, there it is.
It does 12. So it missed by 1.
So, yeah, missed by 1. All right, still missed.
That was at 4, who was going down anyway, with gasps and such like that, because he went into the zeros. So that's why the
Gets
horse
stomped on
missed.
then.
Well, since I already took my -2 penalty last turn, can I waive it this turn?
It'll just apply next turn.
That's fine. If I attack with my horse again, right?
Presumably, yeah. No, actually, I think you'd be at a -2 regardless next turn, because you're in the process of going, whoa, okay, the horse reared up and caught me by surprise.
All right. So they came up and attacked me, so they're still in melee range for me. I am going to take a swing at Fanatic 7.
And he's wondering, what did he ever do to you? I mean, come on. Yes!
I'm going to re-roll that.
I figured you would.
I will go with that.
That one is significantly better.
I hit him.
So were you actually attacking with a horse as well? Because if you were, you were missing the -2.
No, because I'm not attacking with the horse this time.
Okay, so this is a straight up margin crit. That means you need to roll in the critical hit table. Not as great as it could be, but hey, that means I can't frickin' defend against it. Now that hurt a little bit.
And this will be
okay.
a random roll, so let me figure out where I'm going to hit him.
Well, honestly, you're probably just going to hit him in the torso. See? All right, and you are using a Morning Star. So you are going to cave this poor fellow's chest in with that Morning Star. He just came in and there was a nice little oof as he decided he was done.
All right. I will not be attacking with the horse this round, so
All right.
Blood, Death, and Vengeance.
Yes. So I'm going to dismount. Assume the guy that I just killed is on the ground.
The guy that the horse stomped all over too?
Yes.
Yeah, he ain't getting up anytime soon.
All right. So going to jump onto the dismount, jump on top of the guy. If he's got a helmet on or something like that, it's going to rip it off, and just going to spend a couple of turns just pounding this guy's face into the ground.
Okay, so you're out of combat.
For 2 turns.
Well, I was going to say the dismount isn't free.
You've also got another dude who is coming toward you.
I'll deal with him in time.
I think you can. Don't they have like quick dismount where it's like a
Yeah,
check?
I was looking for it.
All right, this guy is not in a great shape, but let's see. So he is at max shock penalty as he is swinging at Russell. This is the advantage of giving all of the bad guys fanaticism. So
That will be for quick
but
dismount if it's necessary.
he is going to wildly miss. Yeah, he's fine. All right. So number 2 at Hugh. Let's see. He did not get hit last turn, but he's got that crippled arm, so he's still trying to take you out there. Hugh, whatever. And he may successfully hit you.
Well, that's stinky.
And then we did determine that you also get an additional +1 for your defense due to being on the horse.
Gotcha.
And I
16.
need to remember. I also need to remember. I don't think it's actually come up here because all my misses have been like by 4 or 5 more. But if I miss you by 1, then I may have actually hit the horse. All right. And 3 is going to do the same, except he doesn't have any penalties. No, wait, the other didn't have any penalties either. Oh, wow. Critical miss. Let's see.
He
So
threw his sword at someone.
the weapon turned in his hand, and he's going to have to take an extra ready maneuver before he can use it. Do we have an effect for that?
I think there's an unready.
Weapon unready, and it's currently 0 seconds. It should be like 1 second. It doesn't matter. I'll remember it. Well, that means he can't parry. Number 8 at Godfrey, right? Yep. Suddenly seeing all these things that were happening. I'm like, wait, what's going on? Who's adding stuff? All right, Godfrey is going to he is going to swing and may successfully hit.
So I get a +1 to my defense.
Yeah, if you use your shield, you also need to increase whatever it was by 2 because of the defensive bonus, which the GCA import doesn't technically count correctly.
So +3 to my block.
Yeah, probably.
It's not that it doesn't calculate it correctly, it's that it's not assuming that you have it and are using
Right.
it with that block.
Okay, so his sword, you catch his sword swing with your shield and bat it away. Easy peasy. All right, this guy is seeing Payan get off his horse and goes, perfect, and lunges in and takes a swing at Payan. Payan, however you say that. I'm not French.
Payan.
Payan. And may successfully hit. Oh, hey, he gets a +1 to hit you because you're really large.
So he hit better?
Yeah. You've got a success by 3 instead of success by 2.
He's large?
Payan, yes. He has gigantism. He's really, really large.
Okay.
Right, this will be a parry.
So whenever he's on a horse, the horse looks like, really, dude, please don't. And then, you're in the process of sledding off your horse. So it's like, I figure, he takes the swing as you're like in the sort of crouch thing. You parry it, and then you straighten up to your full height. And he realizes, oh, I may have just made a terrible, horrible life decision.
And since my horse is a reflection of me, it's going to go off and murder other people.
All right. So
Mhm.
this guy is going to charge toward, or no, not charge toward
He's already
Russell,
there.
but he's already there. He's going to take a swing at Russell.
A request denied.
And may successfully hit.
I do so humbly. Wait for
I
it.
believe you blocked previously, so I have to double check unless I
That was
just missed horribly.
No, I did. Yeah, right. Yeah, that was against number 1. So this guy is going to get.
You should have a pretty decent parry.
I do.
All right. So clash, crash, crash. Outstanding. Okay, so before you actually get started there, at the what the heck is okay? I hate it when it does that. Over by the area where the patriarch was basically hanging out, where he has his own little private tent and such like that. But he is an archbishop after all. There is a sudden explosion as his tent is just like ripped to shreds, and emerging from inside the tent is something that doesn't look right. It is
Nope.
very large.
I don't
Hey,
like that.
Daddy. Hi, Daddy.
As in size mod 1.
Don't like it. No, sir.
I'm
But-
pretty sure that's a heresy right there.
It might be a heresy, yeah. There might even be some blasphemy involved.
Oh, not blasphemy too.
But as it emerges, it lets loose a very, very loud roar that is sufficiently loud to cause the entire battlefield to pause, as everybody's like, "What the hell?" Okay, so Russell, how is Russell reacting? Actually, before we do that, everybody should do a fright check, and I am going to have to give my dudes that as well.
Well, we are most definitely in combat.
Yep, so you get the +5 in combat. Still caps at 13, so if you roll a 14, it's still technically a fail.
So, question: if this is a demon and I'm demon spawn, do I get pluses?
Probably not.
Are you related?
That's
How do
what
you
I
know
said.
it's a
Hi,
demon?
Dad.
How do you know it's a demon?
I'm demon
So
spawn.
it's a demon.
It could
So
just be a
that's
really
9.
funny-looking gorilla.
We'll check, right?
Yes.
Dude cosplaying.
Right?
Okay,
All these
number
wacky cosplayers.
3. I need to do that because that guy failed. That guy
No, it's-
didn't.
It's totally that bit from the Hellfire Club in the 18th century.
And that guy failed. Okay, so now I need to figure out how badly they failed because it's funny. Let's see. So that's
Noping right out.
yeah, I'm just gonna do this. I don't think the first one is all that bad. So the number 3 is going to be stunned for a round. At least a round. And his weapon's unready, so he can't start readying that stupid weapon. He's just having a rough day, isn't he? 10 is he missed it by 2. Big money, but so number 10, who was fighting Rossel, turned there and looked at that thing and just went, ah! And fainted. Yeah, if you presuming you ignore him, he is out of the fight because he's going to be he's going to have been fainted for 4 minutes, and that's like a whole lot of rounds. How many is that? That's like 60, 120, 240. Oh, hey. Also roll health immediately. Let's see if he fails this.
Heart
Probably
attack.
not. He's got a 12. No, he's fine. He didn't take a point of injury. But yeah, so unless Russell takes the extra time to stab this dude, he is effectively out of the fight.
Nope, that works for me. Because number 1 is still needing a good thwacking.
Plus, there's a monster.
Exactly.
Big
And the monster's going to
monster.
go be addressed after number 1 gets thwacked, because I don't want to get stabbed on the back. So it's thwacking time. I really need to remember Deceptive more often.
Oh, right. Yeah, so you were going at 1. Where's 1? He is going to attempt to parry.
I
Let's
reject
see.
his attempts.
Good job.
Excellent. It's over here.
I'm gonna go for the trophy. The Blue Falcon
Okay.
trophy. Horses.
Oh, yeah.
Horses.
That's a good point. So on each person, when it comes to each person, they're going to need to make a fright check for the horse as well.
Even if I don't have a horse.
Forearms. Well, you're fine because you're on you're on the ground.
What about the horses
Okay.
near him?
Well, he's going to potentially be fine. Let's see. So that's going to be half plus 1 is capped. So that's going to be 9. Is that right? That's another 9 points of damage. All right. So this dude, you cut him earlier pretty nicely in the no, wait, you're using the mace. So I'm sorry, not cutting. You just broke this dude's arm really badly, and apparently it just the damage was sufficient that he went down, and he's like probably screaming a little bit because that hurt a bit.
Marvelous.
Horse check. Hoog, give me a fright check for your horse.
Is it just the will?
That
3?
still count as combat for the animals? I guess it would.
Yeah, it's just going to be will.
That's only a 3 plus 5.
Oh, my horse is fine. I was like,
Wow, do they
whatever.
really have that bad?
Yes.
Well, yeah.
Now,
Why
can
is
we
it-
use a
Horses are known to be
ride
skittish.
check to see if we can give them
That's
a plus
that's
1?
a whole nother thing. No, that's not how that
Yeah,
works.
that's a whole nother thing. All right, so your horses, you're like, yeah, I've seen worse. So Hoog. What are you doing?
Is that fanatic with the crippled arm still trying to give me grief?
Well, he's still there. He didn't fail his fright check from
Well-
the thing, so
So the horse is going to trample him into the ground while I try and finish him off myself.
well, you have two that are there. You have the crippled arm, and then you have the guy who's like stunned with the unready weapon.
So okay, I will. The horse will
And no,
finish.
none of you have code of honor chivalry.
Yep. So horse will stamp down on crippled arm dude while I go after unready dude.
It might actually, make sense to go the other way.
Oh, yep, you're right. That is because, yeah,
Why did I?
strike that, reverse it.
That was stupid. No,
So, do I need-
yeah.
so I don't remember if I have to make the ride check, but
yeah.
so ride check. Horsey horse on the Dudo. Mr. Mental Stun going, big monster.
So I have a -4 on defenses,
Ooh,
right?
yep, stunned.
He can't parry because his weapon is unreadied. He doesn't have a shield, and
Crunch.
okay, so that's going to be 7 points of damage.
Random hit location or chest?
Nah, horse just wherever.
Okay, somehow that guy is still clinging to consciousness, but he's probably mostly combat ineffective. But not entirely, so he could surprise us. All right, so Hoog is attacking 02 himself.
Yep.
Miss.
That's probably.
Missed by a lot.
No. I don't want
Please? Pretty please?
to. That was a wasted roll. I meant to grab it. And cripple arm. Balls. Oh, having under.
Mm-hmm.
Swing. I'm gonna use a reroll. No, wait. How many rerolls do we got?
3 left.
Nah, not worth it. I think we're gonna need him against the beast.
That guy's got a crippled arm anyway.
Yep. Well,
It's his left arm, not his weapon arm.
Well, he might not want to be here anymore.
yep. I mean, there's a big ugly monster.
All right,
Hey.
Andre.
Time to do my own damage here. I didn't think that was going to happen.
Woohoo!
So I have a slight issue here. So I can I must make a riding roll and take a ready maneuver every second to regain control. But
Right. Yeah.
I also must make an all-out attack each turn a foe is in range, and no foe is in range. You must use a move maneuver to get as close as possible, blah, blah, blah. So I'm on the horse. I want the horse to go there so I can kill something really, really badly, but the horse isn't going. So do I keep trying to get the horse to move or not?
I don't know. It's up to you.
You're berserk, so you're gonna do whatever is most expedient to get to your
Maybe
target.
you're going to punch the
Right,
back of the
and-
horse's head.
Getting off the horse is not necessarily the most expedient. So I think what I'm probably going to do here is I'm going to give it a try, and if it's not working, then I'm just
Right.
going to bail.
So it's like basically the horse is rearing up on its hind
Uh-huh.
legs and doing the as it's pawing the air.
All right, so I had to make a riding roll, and I don't.
Yep.
I've never actually had to do this before, so I don't know what the pens are.
Just make a riding roll at the moment.
Well, I guess I could just make a riding roll.
Okay. So
That's one.
one success. You need to have 3 ordinary successes in a
3.
row.
Yeah, it does have to be in a row, doesn't it?
Yep, that's what it says. Okay.
So that's your
So
turn.
that's me.
Dealing with a mount.
I'm getting very upset.
All right. Give me a fright check for the horse there, Godfrey. Fail. Yeah! Your horse is
Alright.
also rearing up on 2 legs and hind legs and pawing the air. Because they're going, what the hell is that? That's not right.
I wonder, are the horses making a fright check because it's a monster? Or are they making a fright check because it's something new on the battlefield?
Monster.
Does it recognize the monster threat differently to a
Bit of
human
both.
threat?
It's one of the monsters well, it's not one of the monsters, but it basically has a built-in fright check penalty and such like that. Or not fright check penalty, but a fright check thing. So I'm presuming it's
but
like
I'm-
a low-level aura or something. Not quite terror, but fright.
I'm thinking from the animal point of view. Like, is the gazelle more frightened of a lion or more frightened of a hyena?
Good question. In this case, when it did appear, it also let out the monstrous roar, so they might be reacting to that.
Godfrey's going to be dismounting.
That'll be next round because this round you actually made a riding check, so you're like, oh crap!
Okay.
All right, Pen. Give me a check for your horse.
Well, I've already dismounted and
Yeah, I know,
left it
but
off,
it
so...
was. Yeah, I know, but it was as luck, quote unquote, was having it when you slapped it off. You slapped it in that direction, and it was you're running toward that thing. All right, fantastic.
All right, so in the few moments of cutscene where this thing emerged and there was the explosion and everyone was looking that way, while that was happening, Payne was on top of the guy that he jumped on, and he's just looking at the monster while just punching the guy's face a few times. And then he'll go, huh, and stand to either fight the guy that still tried to kill him or head to the monster.
Yeah, Daniel, that would be normally accurate, but there's no one on that horse that was charging over there.
Did it say that?
So no,
That would
I'm
make
just
sense.
deciding that. Okay, so he takes the beast takes a step forward and just sort of sweeps with one arm at one of the charging Kniggets. Who's like, hey, this guy managed to be in the wrong place at the wrong time, probably. I need someone to roll 3d6 for me. All right, that's going to be an 8. So that would be with that not good enough because they're not cool like the PCs. So this thing just sort of smacks the rider, and you just see the rider just go into pieces.
Jesus.
Oh,
Ugh.
tree trunk part 2. Here we go.
I might be using those stats.
What was the rider's strength?
12.
So it knocked him 10 yards. 11
and he's
yards.
broken. All right, Hoog. This guy is just like, does he see that? Well, he's a fanatic. He's gonna try to kill you, Hoog. Rawr! And may have actually succeeded at hitting you.
With all the stuffs. No. I said no.
Oh, that's right. Your mount
right,
was
yeah.
fine.
Yeah, his mount's like, why are your horses wigging out? It's just a monster. Don't you see those where you're from? Right. So yeah, you easily catch that that sword, knock it away. Guys definitely got that I'm Daniel, or Daniel's playing my character, and I'm getting progressively frustrated at the not being able to hit kind of look in his eyes. This guy has to try to come out of mental stun. Wait, yeah, he has to. Did I? Yeah, I did do that. So mental stun is IQ, right?
Yeah.
That's not great for him. Although, so he's no longer stunned. His weapon is still unready. He's not having a great day. This fellow is going to take a swing at Godfroy. And simply based off that roll, does not succeed at coming. Well, he does. Ooh, that's a fail by 1. Who's Godfroy again? That's
me.
Ron Javier. That means he hit your horse. Potentially hit your horse.
Yep, it's the horse.
Okay.
Can I block or
Nope.
I can't block? Oh, that's right, because a horse is spooked.
Wow. That's pretty crap. Let's see, where is it at? Warhorse, don't they have natural DR? I guess not. I thought they had tough. Nope, guess not. Okay, so it took
It says
that much. Oh, that's
hidebound.
hidebound just means they are not creative at all. They don't. Hidebound is like, yeah, you can't come up with something new.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I think there's a bit there where the horse is hit. Nope.
So that's 6 points of damage, right?
Something like that.
So it takes it down to half health.
No, but it's only going off hit points. It's got 25.
Oh,
hit
25.
points,
That's
dude.
right. 25. Correct.
Yeah, they're
The
fine
mount is
hit points.
hit. Rider must roll versus riding minus the shock penalty suffered by the mount to keep it from spooking. If it's already spooking, that doesn't matter.
Well, I calmed
Um,
it just before it got hit
No,
again. Now I
he
got to calm it
started
again.
calming it. He
Yeah, you have
started
to win that
calming.
3 times.
So I got to roll another ride check again.
Where's that at, Daniel? I'm missing that. I'm skipping past it. Okay, so roll versus minus the shock penalty, so that's going to be a total of -4. If it is crippled and fall, okay, yeah, it's not crippled. To keep it from spooking. Okay, so
So ride check again.
yes, but you're at -4 because of its shock penalty, so you failed to do that. So you have to do 3 in a row. So he's thinking, like you said, though, he's planning on dismounting. So it makes
Yes.
perfect sense. So he's like, "Oh, my horse is going crazy. This guy is going to come up and take a swing at Pine. Was it Pain again? Pain. Man, rolled a 15. Failed by 3. So he whiffs hardcore.
Try harder.
All right, Russell.
Well, Russell was going to go for the beast, but then he saw the other knight be vaporized to a fine mist. So
you just
he
have to not roll mediocre on the dodge. I would not recommend using block, however. No, I retract that. I am absolutely recommending you use block.
I like my arm not being made of jelly or associated gelatins. He's actually going to move to assist Payne with his.
Okay, yeah,
So-
you can do a move and attack, and then
Yep.
hit number 9 while he's like apparently playing wiffle ball in the middle of a
and
fight.
actually, because
Flanking
I want
bonus?
to actually hit him. Heroic charge is the one that lets you
Yep,
move and attack with no cap. Cool. Then I'll
that
do
is
that
correct. Burn of fatigue, and there you go.
as it is. And then swing batter.
No, there is no flanking bonus.
Okay, he's like, yeah, and narrowly manages to parry that
Rude.
because you didn't throw anything on there.
No, not
Only
this
you.
time.
All right.
All right, this guy's really cheesing me up. Should be dead by now.
Both of you
very
guys.
brave.
should
Well,
be
it's only
dead by
been 4
now.
seconds.
Well, Horsey Horse is going to go for riding check. No, that's the wrong roll.
Horse is gonna buck you off 'cause you're holding him back.
13. That'll succeed on a riding check.
Wow. 1. Okay. Right. You did the thing.
I did the wrong clicky buttony thingy. So Horsey Horse. Unready. And we'll miss. And I
Wait,
will.
what's the ride check?
It's 15 is my stride skill.
No, I mean, what was
rolled
that for?
to fight from horseback to control my horse to attack. Right?
It attacked last round, so he has to do the riding check this round.
Yeah, he's been doing that. It's fine.
And then for moi,
And then you'll get a -2 because your horse did attack last round.
I know. I got it. Da-da-da-da-da-da. This guy needs to die. I'm swinging at whatever I can get. Hiya! Suck it.
Horsey back.
Yep. It's a horsey back.
Good lord. All right. So he attempted to parry, but was unsuccessful.
Hey, I'm
That's
gonna
gonna
get
be
a
right
right arm.
Oh, that's
Right
funny.
leg. Oh yeah, right arm.
Yeah,
yeah.
because he's a, all right. So
Oh yes. I
you just freaking you
Took his
pulled
arm
a
off.
freaking Black Knight on him. 15.
Your arm's
Ow.
off.
So that's gonna
That's
be
not enough to take it off, is it?
9. Okay, so they got 12 hit points normally. I
So
think
6,
you'd
is
have
it?
to do.
I did. Yeah,
I'm gonna make sure.
twice the amount to cripple.
That should be 14 points to would yeah, okay. Wow, you're gonna take his arm off. That was rude.
For the Lord.
Right, so you take that arm right off, and he pulls a Black Knight as he stands there and stares at the blood squirting out of the arm for a couple seconds. But yeah, he's no longer a combat threat.
Okay, well, I'm still succeeding, so I'll continue on.
It's like I got this.
One more.
All right, so Godfrey
Dismounting.
you're dismounting. Now, what was the thing we saw about that? Is it just I know Daniel posted that. Rider can take any maneuver, use change posture to dismount safely from a mount that hasn't moved or one that's moved only a step. Otherwise, the only way to get off is jump or fall. Jump off safely. Well, since it's jumping around, you kind of need to jump. Do you have acrobatics there jumping? No, you're not going to have those, are you?
No.
Jumping is just based off of strength. Let me double check. I'm surprised Daniel hasn't chimed in.
I'm looking at another thing.
See, jumping 352. That's not what I wanted to see. When you want to jump over, no. Give me, if you have the jumping, you may substitute. Damn it! That's not what I wanted. Why didn't you tell me what I wanted? The nerve. All right, jumping. Let's see. Skill represents train jumping. So it's going to be either. Give me a dex check then. Sorry for that delay. You are fine. You flip over one of your legs off the saddle, and you just sort of slide off the horse, or manage to half hop leap off the horse. While the horse is sitting there doing the freaking out still. All right, Payin.
Going to take a swing at the guy that's insisting on trying to kill me.
Okay.
Just a -1 deceptive.
Unfortunately for him, he just parried against the monk guy, so he only gets a dodge. And is unsuccessful at his dodge.
Just across the torso.
That was a crappy roll. And still, it's, a lot of damage. Holy cow. That is an awful lot of damage. That is going to probably cut this fellow completely in half. He is no longer a threat to anyone. Let's see, who is this fellow going to target? That is the wrong button. Where's my tables? There's my tables. Well, technically the names are wrong, but that's okay. So, for some reason,
Me.
well, I guess maybe it sort of makes sense, here. For some reason, he sort of locks eyes, or he's like
smells
sweeping
me.
around. Maybe he smells something about you, but he's like rah, and he is going to charge toward you. Oh, I should probably make some rolls here. No, I guess I don't need to because he has to do a move and attack. I was going to, and well, he definitely would have failed that roll if it had been necessary. Since it actually has a name, he can use heroic charge. So he comes thundering across the ground and is going to take a swing at Godfrey, I believe. I should have made a better annotation of how these things are noted, or who's who. Okay, so it's roar. Actually, he's going to be probably using that, and oh no. Oh wait. Oh sorry. I saw the initial roll and I thought that was a critical success.
Okay, well, I'm gonna
Well.
feverishly dodge that attack, and also gonna give ground.
Okay, you need to roll an 18. Let's see, is that all right? Okay, so yeah, you dive out of the way or retreat, whatever. What would be kind of funny here? I'm going to make another roll to see something here. Okay, nope, that's not what I wanted to roll, but that's okay. I was going to say if he rolled under 9, then he wasn't going to hit you. He was going to hit the last guy, Fanatic 8. But you absolutely felt the wind when that thing whiffed by you. This guy is going to spend this round readying his weapon. So, he's no longer got the unready weapon. This guy, I'm going to have him make
need to do a fright check.
That's actually what I was, it's like +5. So technically that's just barely succeeded because he's got the +5 in combat and capped at 13, but he definitely went, as that thing very nearly hit him. Oh, another amusing thought. Okay, so He is not actually going to attack anyone this round because he's going to like backpedal away from this very large beast.
Well, with 9 down, I guess it's time to hit the big guy with the stick. Another heroic charge.
Who are you, heroic charge? Oh, okay, that's pretty awesome.
Well, I figure, I have an extra liver. I don't need that other kidney. It's fine. The skeletal system. It's a-okay. Let me check something. No, that's fine.
Come at me, little human.
Right. Oh, so he's finally decided to join the fight again. So now the
And then I
horse.
just saw how many hit points he has. Yeah, you can almost blow on this dude. He's gonna fall down.
All right, so I'm going to have the horse kind of race, through him on my way to try and help with this beast. So, what is that? A trample, running, smash thing.
What are you doing?
So I'm trying to
I have
move
no
through
idea.
it. Basically, have the horse just trample on him as he moves past. Is that
It's a slam.
Still, so it's just the same thing.
It's a slam, so
Okay.
it's got to
So
knock him
He's gonna
down
be
first.
using brawling then.
Okay. Is that brawling? What? That's all.
368 is where's
Slam is 371.
Just use
say-
punch.
okay. Yeah, just use brawl.
Dex, brawling, or sumo wrestling. Blah blah blah. He's got a +1
All right.
size mod.
Okay, so as before, I can't. Oh,
Oh, you're right.
that's interesting.
Yeah, you parry against a big old fat horse.
Yeah, he can't parry, but with his half move, half dodge, that means his
No,
dodge
this is
goes underneath. Goes what? Danny?
no, this is a different thing. Sorry, I got confused about which one you were doing. So, the victim's only legal defense is a dodge.
Yes, and because of his half move, half dodge stuff, I believe his dodge goes below where he can actually dodge.
Oh.
Yes, so he tries to scramble out of the way, but is unsuccessful. Now, how much damage does that do?
It says thrush crushing damage based on your strength. If you had hooves, add +1. That should. Did we actually? Yeah. Okay, that's rollable. So.
Rush?
Yeah.
+1?
+1.
Yeah, that's going to put him into the negatives. He's going to go down regardless.
Crunch.
So he's going to take 7 points of crushing, which is going to put him into the definite negatives. So yeah, the horse just like bashes him because it's trained. It's a war trained animal. It just like knocks him onto the ground and then keeps on running. And you can probably hear some disconcerting crunching noises.
Yeah, if it weren't war trained, you'd have to make a roll for that. Where is that reference to having to make a roll to get the amount to attack? It sounded
I
kind of
don't know.
specific. I
don't
could
remember.
not find a single reference to that.
It's entirely possible I was pulling something out of my butt.
Oh, his booty.
So it was all stinky and crap. Okay, so does that mean Hoog is attacking the beast?
Ride by attack, I guess. guess. I don't know how that works.
Well, so the horse was doing and effectively a move and attack slam. So, I mean, you can attack anywhere along the move.
Yep. So ride being passed.
Yeah.
So
I need you to
Depending on
roll
how
an
many
18.
yards it can move.
and
It can get there because you guys were
for the Lord.
kind of close enough.
All right. Well, it's only going to be able to get to its move, and its move is going to be
I'm
reduced.
re-rolling that.
Yeah,
How
these
many
are
re-rolls do we
two.
have?
We have 2 left after that.
Oh.
That's
Fuck.
fine.
All right. I swing by and I just skitter across.
Well, you can
with nothing.
re-roll it.
No.
Dan.
I have
You
a
still
feeling.
have 2.
Yeah. Well, but
We might need those.
we might
For
need
defense.
them to not die.
That is lame.
Superhuman strength. 1 hit, you're dead.
Not necessarily, although probably. Yeah, don't forget your various other abilities and such like that everybody
Oh,
has.
smite! I forget that he has small.
I did intentionally try to make sure that the characters have at least some sort of similarity in some capacity to your character. Okay, so if you swung and missed, then you have swung and missed. Advance the tracker, you slacker. I was hoping you were going to draw my attention.
What's the corrupting?
Well, I did run past him, so.
In this case, it's not going to actually apply. I mean, in the process of the game, but ultimately, what it is both. I believe both your character and Andricus's character have it. Is you have not officially, or you are silent. So that means you have one parent that's human and one parent that's supernatural, and the more frequently you utilize the special abilities, the more you start swinging towards the supernatural parent. And at some point, you can actually make a conscious decision. No, screw this. I want to be just like my supernatural parent. And in which case, you have made a choice, and you no longer are human. You become, fully whatever.
Gotcha.
And corrupting was the best way to really represent that. If somebody had one of those templates in game, I'd have to figure out more more appropriate stuff, but we don't have that. All right, Andre. Number 3.
Well, according to what I'm reading here, should be using combat writing to actually make this control roll. So I got
Okay.
1 more left. My combat
gonna
writing
be-
is considerably better.
Oh, okay. All right.
I got
so
it.
your horse is now under control.
And it's pointed at the enemy.
It's still probably not especially happy about this
Probably not.
because, well,
All right, so Godfrey has a decision to make. He is intolerant towards. Is this a fanatic, a Saracen, basically?
no idea. It's possibly a Saracen, possibly just a fallen Christian, maybe something else. He's a crazy person.
I'm gonna make a will check, and it'll
There
be
is a
negative.
monster in front of him.
Monster!
That probably
Kind of
does
trumps
take
a lot of
precedence.
things. It's like, I don't want to kill the monster. I want to go after the guys I think are more evil.
Well, those
than
guys are
evil
easier.
Even.
Yeah, but you also
Coward.
don't want a fanatic at your back as you're attacking another monster.
Well,
That's
Better to
feelings.
get.
in this case, since we're not using actual tactical combat, I'm not worried about necessarily facing. So you're not really going to have to deal with somebody necessarily directly at your back.
Okay.
And the inverse is also true.
So is the beast? Do I have to move an attack, or is he within attacking range?
He just came up and took a swing at you.
But it was a heroic charge, and he missed.
Yeah, so he's
So did he
within
go?
swing
Did he
at
run?
you.
So did he run past, or did he just run up to me?
Yeah, he just sort of charged you.
Okay. Go after the beast.
Remember, you will get a +1 to attack it because of size mod. Actually,
Word.
that comes to mind with Mark.
I would have hit.
You would have actually hit.
You want him to roll then?
Hold on.
He's got to defend. Miss.
He did fail. So everyone but Ronki's character gets the +1 to hit it. Okay, so
And these are homogeneous.
minus this. What? No,
Are these homogeneous?
no. I got it figured out. Don't worry. Relax. Calm down. Okay, and then that's cutting. So that's that divided by that. Well, congratulations thus far. Hoog may have gotten or drawn some unwanted attention.
Demon blood.
All right.
There is
well,
a splatter of blood that is, black and hissing and smoking as it goes sailing through the air. All right. Okay, so let's see. You smacked him there, Godfroy. Make your damage roll. You are wildly swinging. I don't understand that. Weirdos.
Because we're hoping for heads,
You should have aimed at the head.
but we want to get it by luck. Less skill.
Okay, so he hit him, and he is absolutely positive that was not. He's like, that should have been a much more solid hit than it was. Actually, both of you are experiencing that.
that even the digestive tract. Oh,
All right. Since Payne has an intolerance to Jews, Orthodox Christians, and Saracens,
Actually, I think I gave that to everybody because it was historically accurate for those of your culture.
so he has done the mental gymnastics to work out that this monster is culturally Jewish, who is an Orthodox Christian apostate, who is now Muslim. So he's going to charge it.
Those are certainly some mental gymnastics, all right.
He's just justifying wanting to kill this thing. So I assume heroic charge for move and attack.
Yes.
I'm going to also axe its face.
What you gonna ask it or in its face?
I'm going to axe it if it likes steel.
Which is the riddle of
So what size modifier is this creature?
1. It's at the upper end of 1. It's still 1, but it's like if it had another inch or inch and a half, it'd probably be creeping into 2.
so
But
is it still
alas.
a +1 for him, or is it
No.
0 because they're both same size mod?
All right.
So that will be a hit.
Dodge this puppy. Woof.
It's not a puppy.
All right.
Puppy's one ugly puppy.
So let's see. Who does it decide to smack on? Let's see. So who did the most damage to it?
But I rode past.
But he rode past, and yeah, he's probably going to turn and smack Payen. I want Payen to try to block this, by the way. Oh, I totally forgot something. Give me... No, I don't need... Do I need to make that? I need to make that. Yes, but I'd already... No, I already rolled that. Damn it. Derp. Sorry. My mistake, someone else's fault. So it is going into berserk mode.
It has a berserk mode.
Yeah.
Not liking berserk mode.
Mm-hmm.
2 attacks, maybe. Yeah. Well, on the bright side, that means, it can't really dodge or defend. Okay, so it is going to take a swing at Payen. Actually, it's going to take 2 swings because it gets double attacks. Make sure that I did not give it extra attack. I don't think it is as extra attack because that would just be rude. Oh, right. First at Payen. Oh, damn. 1 more point. Whoops. It's technically, that's the wrong person. It was going at Payen. I guess we could say it was at Godfrey.
You were saying Payen.
But the thing says it was at you.
You
All right,
just didn't
so-
change your target.
Move and
So,
attack. I
Payen-
can't remember. Does that allow a retreat?
I don't think so. Looking.
Probably, I think if you burn the fatigue, it does.
Move
Move and
and attack.
attack. Yeah. Any but cannot parry with the attacking weapon, nor can you retreat. So it's all dodge, baby. And then the second one.
All right, so he's going to. He's going to use some extra effort. Actually, do we have? How many rerolls do we have?
So you have 3
What
left.
does it say?
Three.
3.
You have 3 left.
Oh, 3.
I thought we only had 2.
No,
we
only
because
have two.
Mark decided not to go and re-roll his.
Because I didn't
And
need
we-
it. I hit.
And we found out he actually hit, so
I want to use one of those rerolls.
You don't need to. You can totally
go
take
for
this.
it. Go for it.
Now we have 2.
A lot of good that did.
As
This
Payen
is not
turns into a
good.
bloody pulp or paste across the scenery.
Actually, what's his shield DB? Medium, so it's only +2.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Okay, so you failed to dodge the first one? Question mark?
Or are you going to use another roll?
Oh, can you use more than one reroll?
Well, there's
Yeah,
nothing
it's
saying
just-
you can't, I guess.
Because I totally want to roll the damage. I really, really do.
Are you not doing feverish?
It wouldn't have mattered. That was still being failed by 1.
Right, but with the DB it would have made it.
Yeah, TV.
All right, I'll use another reroll as long as everyone else is cool with it.
Sure.
We don't want you to die.
But when we don't have one, we're going to blame you.
Yep.
That was only the first attack.
Now you got to dodge again.
I will feverish this one.
Ah.
That is really too bad. I
Ooh,
was
nice.
looking
You
forward to
missed.
rolling this.
Ugh.
Yes, as previous, I believe that was Godfrey that felt it. You absolutely felt the wind on those swings. That was like, whoa, whoa. This guy is going to actually no longer be an issue. He's going to go off and like fight
Live?
a camp follower or attack another Knigget or something like that.
You guys fight the demon. I'm just gonna go over
Yeah.
here.
Can Russell give me a perception check, please?
Perception.
It is vision based. In case that matters, I don't think it does.
It does not.
Okay. So this is something that will occur to him at the end of the round, and I will make a note of that. So what is Russell doing?
One moment. If I remember how to use this command correctly. Okay, goofed it. Hang on. Had to clear the note for the perception roll. Okay, there we go. And maybe that looks like a nope.
That looks like a note to me.
That it does. That it does.
Yeah, hey, there's still a reroll left.
Wait a minute. This thing can't defend, right?
Doesn't matter. He didn't. He didn't
Telegraphed
make it.
attack.
Too late. It wasn't included.
Unfortunately, and I don't have anything that I think would do any further modifiers because I think it already includes the weapon bond.
Did it all out?
Yeah, it had it failed a berserk check earlier. That's why I had
Oh.
to do the move and
You
attack.
didn't put the thing.
And oh, sorry, my mistake. Your fault.
Yeah, I don't have anything that could affect it, unfortunately.
I don't think who can actually attack this round. He's gonna have to like wheel the horse around, and
Wheeling around.
well, technically, I guess he could attack. It's just he can't attack physically.
Yeah, I'll be like, the power of Christ compels you. Smite.
Be gone,
I
demon!
believe that is
Maybe I
opposed
will check.
wills. Yes.
Rope better. Oh no, rope. Wait. Yay!
Okay,
Shoulder
so you beat me.
to burning damage.
Jerk one. And I also need him to give me a perception check as well.
Burning damage.
Smite is cause it to take burning, ignoring. Ooh. Let's see. So the question there is Rawr! It doesn't like that. I think it wants to eat you. Success. All right. And as with Russell, that will be something that I will point out at the end of the turn. Progress to the tracker, Slacker.
Check a slugger.
Well, a bit late to the party, but allons-y, mes frères. And we will do a ride by. And that is going to be telegraphed all out strong to the neck. Because I was inspired. So that is going to be
Can there
that.
be only one?
That'd sure be nice. That and that. And here goes nothing. Ooh.
Ooh, wow, look at that.
Okay,
And
so
seeing
let's
as
see
he
what kind
gets
of
no
damage.
defense. Yeah.
Nice.
To the neck is going to be 2.
2 point. Well, no. Hold on.
Slashing to the
Normally
bane,
only
how much
doubled.
times 2?
Assuming it has gibbly bits. Hold on. Tables. The neck. Alas. Yeah, I think it's 2 then.
Checking. Okay, yes, and I will also need from you a vision-based perception check.
Nope.
Okie doke, that makes sense. You see red right
I don't
now.
care anyway.
Yeah, you're seeing red. Okay, so progress. You hit that. You felt the shivers right up your arm as you struck that. That thing is tough.
I'm going
You
to do
may-
a telegraph to the back of the skull.
Okay.
I mean, that thing has got muscle on its head.
Its muscles have muscles.
You're right.
So this will be, if it doesn't roll right, it's basically -1 to hit.
18. I wanted an 18.
You know, we're assuming that this monster is bad, but it might be one of ours.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you know what it is. It's the patriarch.
That hurt a lot right there.
Is there a hit location for the skull?
No. You
No.
just right. I forgot it's skull. Means I need to add additional DR.
Because at the back of the head.
Yep.
It's still the skull.
Skull's
Hold
got
on.
some heavy plates.
But it is crushing, which is good.
Doesn't change the DR.
It actually doesn't change the multiplier either.
Right.
Right. Well, that bounced. You felt it shake, and give me a perception check, vision based.
In the box,
It's open. Everybody else is making it open. Notably, that was not a major wound.
Ugh.
Well, we got all sorts of DR crap to apply.
All right. He's going to make this thing more ugly. Telegraph to the face again.
He's like, stop hitting me! I'm on your side.
So, with the telegraph, that'll be a success. And that's better damage.
So face is just what 1.5.
Yes.
Yes. Right, yeah.
Okay, that hurt.
He has to make a knockdown roll at -5 if it was a major wound.
Let's see. Major wound is half of hit points plus 1.
Yeah, over half hit
That
points.
was not a major wound.
Gulp.
However, I do need to make a check. Okay, so that's cool. Give me a vision-based perception check.
Yeah,
It's going to be appropriate.
acute
That's only-
something. Not vision.
not vision.
I can hear,
All right,
taste, and smell,
That's
but I
appropriate.
can't see.
Okay, so I'm going to do this, and so it looks like only Russell and Hoog will be able to notice that this thing is definitely wearing the shreds of the patriarch's robes. Like, it was the patriarch, and now what the hell?
He's afflicted.
Must be one of those Orthodox patriarchs then.
So I'm making that so he can actually do something this round, and I have to find a quick thing. Damn it. Naturally, I'm looking for something, and I'm like, I didn't put that in my notes. Why did I not put this in my notes? I'm going to blame someone else.
So I'm assuming this is
Hasbro.
based on a true story, but not actual events.
Hopefully. Maybe.
Kind of creepy.
Well, you
Honestly,
can't prove it's not.
Yeah, honestly, it just says that the patriarch died in 1118. Damn it!
This is a heretical situation. We must kill it.
Okay, so did I freaking? Are you serious? Grumble. Okay, so I know where it's. I'm not even going to bother looking for it. So, having taken a number of pretty brutal injuries from it, and the 2 PCs that did succeed on the actually Payan will probably notice this one as well, is some of its injuries do seem to be slowly closing up. However, that's not relevant at the moment, because what it does is it sort of crouches and does a Hulk jump away. It like literally springs up into the air, and it's like, what?
Man,
Well, that I was wondering, how difficult it would be for you guys to jack it up. I mean, you did put it into the negatives.
So
You know what this
is it
means, by the way.
actively flees?
It actively flees the combat zone. Yes.
This means when Andre has got wheeled around, there are only going to be you guys there as
No,
targets.
that's not necessarily
there's
true.
fanatics.
There are a bunch of fanatics still running around out there.
Take that one.
But yes, so the combat is actually a little surprising. I'm glad I had some other plans there. So the combat will gradually come to a general end as the surviving members of the retinue yeah, I guess it would be a retinue, wouldn't it? Are able to, well, put down the last of those weird ass fanatics. The beast, whatever it is no longer present. It most definitely departed as quickly as it could. Notably, there's a thing, I want to say it's in the basic book, but I don't remember exactly where it was, where it actually commented about things with super strength and basically being able to do absurd jumps like that. And that's what I thought I had it marked, but I failed to have it marked.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it have one level of super jump, so it could technically do it. It's just since its strength was no longer 32, but considered I want to say 232.
Yeah.
Well, that's when it's applying the super strength. So the battle winds down. There are obviously a number of casualties. There are some of the more aggressive knights are talking about, hey, we should look, the beast thing, whatever it was, it left some sort of blood trail as it sprang away. It's like we should follow it and put it down.
I will point out the remains of the guy that was struck even once by the thing. How the remains are plastered across like half the tents in the area.
Well, his mail kind of kept everything together.
It bleeds. We can kill it.
Yeah, but it probably squished most of the juicy bits through the mail like a sieve.
Yeah, that's a horrible mental image, isn't it?
Right.
So from in the chaos, I guess it would be the next in command, the prelate Warmond will step forward, and he's basically the equivalent of like of a bishop, and he's going to start issuing instructions about all right, you do this, see to the wounded, not necessarily to you guys, but to basically everybody who is still available and capable. I don't think I actually hit any of you guys, did I?
No,
I think we managed to scrape by.
Yeah.
Well, you were among the rarities in that case, because you have quite a number of the knights are down. Not all of them are dead. There are a couple that had a bit of bad luck. It's like, hey, that guy over there was on his horse and was converged upon by several dudes who crippled the horse, and then as the horse fell down, he was trapped under it, and then they like beat him to death with a stick or their swords or something. And
There's
some of the other, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say there's a fanatic over there calling me out. He's missing an arm, and the other one's kind of hanging limply, and he's still calling me out.
No, that guy's going to totally have, if he hasn't died yet, he's definitely passed out of blood loss. 1080.
Bite your legs off.
1181. 1118. Wow, I'll get the damn date right at some point. Among the NPC survivors is another one of the knights that you definitely are familiar with, and but he will come over there, and he's like got blood all over his head, and will make his way directly to Hoog. Although I guess you guys are some of you are sort of in a like in a group. Looks like two of you are probably chasing down the surviving fanatics, and he will immediately state that he saw the patriarch transform into that thing. He broke open one of the one of the treasure boxes and pulled something out. I think it was a coin. And then he became that beast.
This is unfortunate, brothers.
It's heresy. is
Beloved,
what it
our
is.
patriarch is, encountered something of great evil.
And, Prelate Warmond is going to be like, muttering under his breath. It's like, unless he was always like that.
We should track it down and kill it. Did it bleed anime quantities of blood?
It bled a lot of icky black stuff, but
Ichor.
the blood trail is most definitely going to end probably a couple. Let's see. I'd have to figure out exactly how much it for all intents and purposes. It'd be like 2 Hulk jumps away, and the blood trail ends because it had regeneration. The prelate, once everybody starts to get everything, a little bit back under control, he's going to have not quite a conniption, but he is going to freak out a little bit, and you will be able to see that near the treasure thing, there is an upended reliquary. Those sort of look like this. This is not actually as large as you would think it is. I think that may come up to a short man's waist. So it's still big, but it's not as big as you would think it would be. Normally, it's constructed of gold and has various gems and such like that. But at a look on this one, it is black. The gold looks like it has been turned black for some reason, and you can smell that distinct the blood of that thing, the beast. Like it hit this cross and transformed it into something black.
Yeah.
Needless to say, the prelate is most disconcerted at seeing this. And as he's in the process of issuing instructions, stating that we must get all this onto Jerusalem, and we must report this this terrible incident to King Baldwin, and then he's going to sort of pause, and he's going to like half turn and look at Russell the monk with a sort of like a head tilt, like, and narrowed eyes, and he's like, and you're not supposed to be here. And with that, Finley sort of falls back into his body. And now you can close the characters and reopen the normal ones.
Which is going to take a minute.
Release.
Release what?
He's just being dramatic.
Germanic?
So,
Yes.
Finley, you have, you were just in the process of touching this grimoire, and then you fell into that weird flashback sort of thing. And what you have discovered utilizing your psychometry is it isn't something that, when it triggers, it's supposed to mean something. You just haven't figured out what yet. Bear seconds have passed since since you touched it, and it's like, as far as everybody else is concerned, you were just crouching there looking at it. It's not like you like went ah. So there are still the 4 surviving boys that are on the ground, in various states of, oh my God, this really sucks. You have managed to extract Faith from the bear cage, I believe I said it was probably.
Right.
But she is like completely insensate. That's not right. She has no control of her body at the moment. I mean, she's clearly conscious, but her muscles are not responding, which I believe Finley had also deduced is a strong possibility that it's tied to the druggage stuff. She should be kind of okay, hopefully, unless she's not. That would be bad.
Well, Dr. Eric will be administering first aid first to his sister. He was administering first aid to Hugh. He'll look over his sister, try to help her out, and then stabilize the boys as everybody else decides what they want to do with them.
Okay, I did make some. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think last week we had decided that we were going to take them somewhere where the White Council could pick them up.
I did make some minor tweaks to the end results based off of what I was reading with the for the boys. Obviously, Jamie kind of exploded. There's no saving him. He when the backlash kicked on him, he blew apart into whoops, that's the wrong person. I have to adjust the skull. It was in the wrong place. He blew apart into tiny little pieces and chunks. Ron went down to his knees and he started screaming. And if you recall, his result was like he caught a glimpse of, basically like the equivalent of hell. His eyes caught on fire, so he is actually blind. Duncan sort of fell, staggered back and fell, and by the time you guys get up there, he's still sort of conscious, and he is still vomiting up locusts, which is like, that seems bad.
Give him a tissue.
Well, it's one of those where it's like if you've ever had the vomiting fit where it's like there's nothing really left to vomit up. He's in that stage, but things are still coming out.
Harry Potter and the Slugs.
Okay, I don't remember that very well. David actually visibly aged, quite a number of years, and was also, hacking up his own little things. It wasn't locusts, but it's more like spiders or something like that. And then finally, Sean, his right arm and legs sort of withered away to basically skeletal husks. He's thoroughly unconscious at the moment. And could I get a perception check from everyone, please? It does not have to be in the box.
Oh. This should really hurt.
Well, it's probably appropriate that you is the only person that is, because he's too busy going. I want to take a nap. The lot of you are, in the process of. Oh yeah, I should probably fix the date since it's no longer 11/18. It's now back to 2022. That is a hell of a jump. Probably closer to 8 at this point. But the lot of you, as you are gathering up and doing your stuffs, or figuring out what you're doing, you will hear the sound of someone ascending the same route that you came up.
Guns up.
All right, so Draven absolutely recognize. Actually, Draven and Finley absolutely recognize the detective, who is the image does not do him justice because his eyes are very, very wide. He's got the most definite "what the fuck" expression as he's like looking around and like looking in the sky, and just what the hell?
His eyes are all bright blue with white text.
Yeah, he is pretty close to blue screening.
They messed with something that they shouldn't have, apparently. Blew one of them all the way up. We found the girl, though.
There were
Draven's so
Good
thinking.
job.
fine things.
No, good job, detective. You found the girl.
Glad we could have been of assistance.
It's a shame nobody else was here.
What were you about to say, Ronky?
It was Draven's thinking. It's a pity you had to see that. As he sort of holds his grip on his axe.
He doesn't have an axe anymore.
His weapon.
He briefly felt like he should have had an axe.
There were flying things. Monsters.
It's your imagination, man.
Are you okay there, detective? I mean, I know whatever these kids were burning in that pit right there probably has some weird effects, but
Shrooms? I think it was shrooms.
I mean, it smells a little like shrooms to me. And that one kid messing with that grenade blew himself all over the countryside. But hey, detective, awesome job. I mean, I'm glad we could have helped you. Thanks for coming to find us.
Let's see. So I'm gonna have Ryder roll 3d6 for me, please. Okay, yeah, good roll. So the detective takes a long moment, and he's like, he is clearly doing the whole, all right, get it together kind of move where it's like, closes his eyes, inhales deeply, holds it for a couple seconds, and like forces himself to like calm down a little bit, and he will holster his sidearm, which I realize I should have mentioned that he had drawn, but I failed to do so. Luckily, it was not pointed to anybody. It was just like pointed to the ground because he was totally in
Freaking
that
out.
what the hell kind of mindset. But he's like, right, yes, okay, I need to call this in. That sounded like somebody was about to chime in and say something.
if Eric hears that, he'd be like, I wouldn't recommend that.
No, I gotta call in. We've rescued the abductee, and
Why
I don't
don't
know
you why don't you escort her down to the road where they can pick her up a little easier?
Yes, come with me, the detective, and help me escort my sister to safety.
no, we're gonna have to take these kids in for questioning.
They will not be coming in for questioning.
Oh, I was like,
Somebody's already coming to pick them up.
Excuse me?
yeah, we already got you. You remember, detective? You've already called this in. I'm sure the fumes are messing with you, but it's already been called in. Don't worry. We'll make sure nothing happens to them while we're up here.
We need to get Faith to safety. Me and you need to go now.
You are going to have to convince him to leave these culprits to you, because it basically, to him, it's basically sounding like you're saying, "Hey, leave. We're gonna kill these guys."
Oh, that's not what we're saying.
That is what it sounded like to him.
How
It
would
could
the
sound that way.
council deal with this? Would Hernandez become collateral if he was here when it was all going down?
No, not necessarily. I mean, people can be read in. It's just they prefer to keep it on the down low. Honestly, some of the council is probably very much in the mindset to get the more mortal people who know the deal, the better, because they can then later help you out when shit starts turning crazy.
So Eric will look at Detective Hernandez and say, listen, what just happened here, we can't explain right now, but we need to get my sister to safety. She's unconscious. I need her, get her somewhere safe. That was what our duty today is to find my sister. We did that. We need to get her to safety. You're the only law enforcement person here to do that. Come with me now. I'm taking her down now.
Okay, so Hert's gonna try to fast talk him into. We've got somebody's already coming to pick them up. So, is anybody else gonna do anything here?
He is awesome. Point of order here. Hernandez is quite aware that one of these kids is a councilman's son, and the other is the mayor's nephew.
Actually, is he?
Yeah, I pretty much.
Because
He
they may not be in a state that they are exactly recognizable at the moment. And he's not in the mental state.
I'll use diplomacy to help.
This is a situation where
No,
one
it
of
doesn't make
those.
worse.
Yeah, no, it just doesn't change it. This is one of those situations where I don't know what you could actually do to make him want to, abandon these, leave these kids here, because his job is to, find the girl who got that, and B, arrest the people responsible.
Okay, so 2 things. One, fast talk is specifically designed to convince you to make a snap decision that you may realize later was wrong. And 2, I'm assuming that his mental state is not 100% right now, and that he might not be as resistant if he can just focus on the fact that we've got the kidnap victim and the need to get her out of here. Now, whether or not that's believable is another matter, but that kind of depends on him.
Okay, so from the GM perspective, what is the ultimate objective in getting him clear of this area?
If we are going to take the boys somewhere, then we have to get him out of this situation.
Do we need to take the boys somewhere, or can we just let the White Council do their thing and deal with Detective Hernandez?
I think we had determined last time that the White Council wasn't going to be able to just show up out of nowhere. So
Yeah, because they're
it might
smack
take
dab
a
in the
while.
middle of a war. So
Right.
No, it could be if he doesn't go along with the plan here, then it may just be a matter of the White Council dealing with it. But the fact is, he's going to try to take them into the station or something like that, and then the White Council is going to have to go into the station to go get them.
But that's not our problem at that point.
No, but that doesn't mean we necessarily have to make it worse.
But I think we're trying to avoid collateral damage.
Honestly, I don't think the White Council is going to sit there and blow up half the town to get to these
They're not
kids.
going to do that. No.
So why don't we
But it
just
is going to be
help
work.
but that's work on the White Council. That doesn't matter to me. I mean, that's kind of my right at this point. I'm like, let him take them. In fact, it helps us by letting him take them, and it gets and we can
Well,
keep
you could
trying.
always
If
always
we
let
keep
him
trying
take
to
'em and-
gaslight him into believing that what he thought he saw was actually nothing, and
you could always let him take them, and just he thought whatever he thought, and we're just gone when somebody comes back.
yeah, I mean, it's still going to be really hard to explain why Sean Hurst is like withered limbs and puking stuff, and Jamie blew himself across the countryside.
What are you talking
So-
about? They were clearly conducting some sort of bizarre satanic ritual
Well,
under
exactly.
the influence of a narcotic, and
Yep,
one
a
of them
hallucinogen.
threatened them with a grenade and armed it and held it on too long.
That's exactly the perfect
And then
story.
it's like somebody goes, "Well, what about this one who's aged
But-
10 years, and this one's burned out eyes, and these are vomiting bugs, and withered arm and leg?" And he would go, "I don't know."
If we're worried the kids are going to get away, we could always, put a stake out on the facility until such time as the White Council does their thing.
Look, detective.
I'm assuming the White Council is going to get their man regardless.
Look, detective. This is how it is. These kids have dabbled in things that they shouldn't have. Now, powers beyond you and me are going to come and claim them, and there's nothing that you can do about it. Their lives are forfeit. I would suggest, for your own safety and the safety of all those that would be looking after these kids, that you just walk away, let us take these kids, and you don't need to see anything further.
Or you could just
Yeah,
tell them the
that's-
truth.
That's not how this works.
Could
Can I help use psychology to help sway him in that direction?
Drink.
Drink.
Drinking.
Well, can I?
It's just a suggestion, detective, because these boys are going to die, and it's going to be from powers beyond you and me. You saw what happened here. They're coming for him.
Well, Raven, I think if the detective's determined enough, I say we give it over to him, and we can let him answer the question why these kids died on his watch. So it sounds like a problem he wants to inherit.
That's his problem. We should take faith and go.
I think
I would like to invoke intuition, if I may. We've got a lot of options.
I think I kind of like Draven's. Let's take Faith, get her to the hospital, and the detective can sit here and figure out
Well,
and sit on the bodies.
Last week we were trying to figure out what to do about Faith, how to introduce her back into the world, and having the detective having found her is probably the best way to do that, seeing as he's already here.
So in
Agreed.
that case, you can, Andricus, roll intelligence in the box, please. That, with regards to the detective finding him, that's finding them. The easiest solution there would be to, have him call it in, and maybe Eric remain behind to do the medical stuffs.
Yeah, I mean, I don't need to be here when the cops show up because I don't want to
Yeah.
be around to answer many more questions.
No, none of us need to be here. What'd be ideal is if we left and we weren't connected to this, but
Eric
can't
will-
change
if-
that.
Eric will agree to stay behind to do medical stuff. That's fine. If everybody else needs to skip out, he'll stay behind and at least patch up the kids while they wait for the rest of the, ambulances to arrive and everybody else.
Right. So, based off of your interactions with Detective Hernandez, this is mostly towards Finley, and hearing some of the horror stories potentially from Draven, it is highly probable in meta game terms that he has the stubbornness disadvantage, which probably also explains why he's stubbornly chasing after Draven all the time, since he's like, I know he's responsible for this, or at least involved in this home invasion, and simply based off of the fact that the council will get involved. Damn it, my head or my brain derailed. He has Finley has a crazy high pharmacology, I believe. I'm not asking to roll that. Yeah, he's got a 17.
Yeah, 17.
That's crazy high. So he is at least aware that these guys are going to be down for a while. Not necessarily a full day, but there, maybe even longer. It's going to depend on how badly the backlash affected them. But we saw how badly it affected one of them. So they're probably not going to be able to get up and run away anytime soon. I do not recall if Hurt mentioned anyone. He did not mention to anyone the interaction with the company guys, but as for a player perspective, one of the guys that he or the guy that he mostly was interacting with, Agent Torres, is directly related to someone on the White Council. And further, MacArthur, with his mom-in-law, sort of mom-in-law, explicitly stated that, oh my God, what these guys are doing is death sentence for from the White Council. So it is highly unlikely she's not going to also report that.
Is Torres or the rest of them still in town?
Probably not, but Torres did mention that he would pass on the possibility of this of black magic being involved to his, and he stated his mother. I'm fairly certain I said that last week during the thing, but I'm not 100% positive.
Probably did.
Substance then, yeah.
But just you saying that, I think I am going to go ahead and make a call to him. I may not be able to get a hold of the council, but I can at least get a hold of him.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So, based off of that, all of that various intel, and the fact that Hernandez is frankly kind of stubborn, unless you want to whack him here on the hilltop and then bury his body, which may be Draven's suggest or preference, it is likely you're going to want to just step back and let him take the headache. Again, that's to Finley with regards to the intuition roll.
Does that actually make one of them more favorable than the other? I guess.
What do you mean?
The purpose of intuition is to
Yeah. Good choices, bad choices.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just not wanting to say this is a good choice, this is a bad choice. I was trying to, just say this is the most likely, the probably the best choice that in Finley's mind with intuition is, all right, the detective says, I got to take care of this. It's like, all right, then you got to take care of this. Also, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but the 16 injury that MacArthur is currently down, is that after the full first aid of
Yeah.
6 points?
So I have 2 current hit points.
So you were actually in the negatives. You were like at
I
-4.
had gone negative until he
Okay,
provided first aid.
carry on then.
So I think, assuming Finley says, we should probably let him do his thing. Just tell detective we were not here, and then let's get Hugh out of here.
Someone give me a diplomacy check for that. Other than because he's going to probably say, to Eric, it's like, I'm going to need you here for medical purposes, and to come up with an explanation. And he just sort of gestures in the direction of the kids. Gesture, explanation for that.
Shrapnel for the eyes. Yeah.
Yeah, you can figure that out.
It was what is it? Damn it! What are those grenades? Phosphorus grenade. That's why that's why his eyes caught on fire.
And the boy's arms got shriveled up because he just got a lot of phosphorus. Burned it up to the bone. I like it. It works.
Right. Okay. So, yeah, somebody who is in the process of we were never here. Give me a diplomacy check, I guess. To can
aid?
you? I don't know who's going to make the roll. It's probably not Eric because he's actually here. I don't think Ryder has diplomacy.
I apparently don't.
Okay. What about MacArthur? Does he have diplomacy?
Not diplomacy. I can. Nope, not diplomacy.
What
It'd have
about
to be-
Finley?
It'd have to be Finley if it's diplomacy.
And he's like, yeah, about that.
No, I don't have diplomacy.
Yeah, you guys are not a very diplomatic
Eric
group.
is the only one
No.
that has Is Eric the only one that has diplomacy?
No, it was Will that was the diplomat.
Oh, right.
I
No,
can
I
do
scare him
too.
into
I
thinking
do
that.
fast food. That's my thing.
Yeah, I can scare him
Well-
into thinking that it's a bad idea to involve us.
Yeah, you don't want to make it worse.
Or do I?
Eric could say, since he's staying behind, the rest of the guys don't need to be here. As I help patch up the people. Make that argument.
Okay, well, give me a diplomacy check. And since you're not, yeah, Mark, you can totally try to help with a untrained diplomacy check to see if you can make it fail. I'm cool with that.
I was thinking fast talk or something.
I'm gonna luck that, see if I can do better.
You don't need to. Success by 1 means it's a success. That
Okay.
means
Got
he's
it.
got a good reaction to probably you. He's going to consider this, and then to the lot of you that are about to bug out, he's going to say, "Make sure you're available for discussion later, off the record."
Fair enough.
All right. Well,
You
in
know,
that case,
detective,
Eric's gonna start
when you need to
patching people
do
up.
the paperwork on this, how exactly are you going to explain it?
He's gonna,
You could-
you go ahead.
You could make it easy on yourself and just let us take these boys away, and you never saw them nor us.
Yeah, but that would make me a scumbucket.
You're already going to lie about it, aren't you?
No, not exactly.
So in your report, you're going to state exactly what happened.
the lead I was following, point to Hurst, panned out and led me here, where these individuals were conducting some sort of bizarre satanic experiment or ritual.
Okay, and you're going to put that in your report.
Well, the paraphernalia is all right here.
It could work.
And
Don't dig deep.
you're going to explain that how, and he's going to point to what's left of Jamie.
Oh, that's
Look,
up to Eric.
I have absolutely no idea. Maybe a doctor can explain what happened there.
It was a grenade. Blew up point blank, splattered them across the way.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
Enjoy.
need
Draven
some.
will start walking.
I would ask
There's
that.
like limping.
I would
I'm
ask.
still going to collect brass, by the way.
Detective, would it be okay if at least one of these people take my sister with them?
Well, they're probably gonna. It's like hold off on that. Once you call it in, they'll have a medevac fly out here.
Okay. All right. That'll work. All right. Well, you want me to do some medic rolls on the boys just for the sake of it?
Nah, you don't need to. They're not necessarily. Actually, make one roll, please.
I will luck that.
Wow.
I will luck that.
You don't need to.
I will.
You could totally make it worse. That'd be great.
It was a gas leak.
Dang it.
That's
And
not
I
doing
get-
much
wait a minute.
better.
Wait,
Well, it's a little better.
I do get the +2 for healer, so that was actually
No,
the
you
first
don't.
one was a success.
Depends
Maybe
on
you
what
don't.
this is. Holy crap.
Yeah. What? Wow, that's funny. 16, 15, 14.
Jeez. Well, I'll take the 14 at least. It'll either be a success by 2 or success by 0. Either way, but it's medic.
Yeah, as noted, Blackwell is completely blind, and there's no coming back from that. When you look over him, the eyeballs themselves have been burned out.
Can they do eye transplants?
He's not sure there's any nerves remaining in that area. Smith and Bird are both sort of like hacking up something. When he's checking out Bird, he's like he will note that some of the dude's hair just sort of like comes out, which immediately brings to mind radiation sickness.
Mm-hmm.
So it's entirely possible that dude isn't gonna make it for very long himself. And with regards to the Hurst's arm and legs, you figure if you phrase it correctly, you probably could get away with convincing somebody that was a burn injury. But you'd have to make sure to phrase it where you're not actually saying, yes, this is officially what it is. You're just hinting at it.
Correct. Let them lead them to what I want them to think.
Exactly.
Not just giving. It could have been a burn, injury. There was phosphorus nearby, and there was contact.
It won't take very long after Hernandez has called it in that the sheriff's department will start arriving in the area. By then, the other PCs have been able to get clear. They as he stated, the hospital will use their medevac chopper to come out there to airlift the people back to the hospital. Words mean things.
The place where
Um,
they fix people.
Yes, that place. The
The
Band-Aid
emergency room.
building.
Emergency care.
Right. So, as far as the sheriff's department is concerned, is that Hernandez, did a pretty solid job here. He's not taking any of the. He's not actually going, "Oh yeah, I was so awesome." He's just like tap dancing around the truth, which you will definitely be aware of. And yeah, he's totally going to be using that sort of semi excuse. Follow the lead. It panned out. I arrived here. The individuals are conducting some sort of bizarre satanic ritual. And then, after you had suggested the grenade angle, he can totally add that where it's like, maybe they were, sort of, under the influence of some sort of narcotic based off of the weird smells here. And, the Rounder boys, was threatening with a grenade, but maybe he armed it and held it too long. Not sure.
When scenes of crime go over that site, they're going to find out that's totally BS.
Well, luckily,
Eric Lopez is the OMI guy that would probably be doing the
I was
forensics.
also going to point out, also kind of luckily, is a medevac chopper, came down there, right there to grab these people. So a lot of the evidence was, messed up because of the chopper landing. Wasn't necessarily intentional on his part, but it's definitely an added bonus. What a twist, maybe. The town is most definitely going to be very, very happy, and you're gonna, because partially happy because the missing girl that was being talked about is in fact discovered. The fact that two of the boys are related to the mayor and the town council, one of the town council members, will cause a massive earthquake with regards to the political situation in town.
Are they actually going to let that information out? I would think those particular individuals would come in and try to suppress that.
The boys are airlifted back to the hospital as well because they're messed up, and Faith has no intentions on concealing the fact that these ass clowns were, grabbed her, and then were, at least one of them, I don't remember which off the top of my head. Don't let me double check. At least one of them, that'd be Blackwell, did actually try to rape her, and she broke his arm and messed him up and crushed a testicle.
Good on her.
So yeah, word will get around about that, and it is going to lead to the mayor resigning because she's just like, he was, for all intents and purposes, he was effectively her de facto son. I mean, yeah, he's her nephew, but she's been raising him, so this just destroys her public not preference,
Wait a minute.
appearance.
What? So was she Democrat or Republican?
It doesn't
Doesn't
matter.
matter.
No, because if nowadays
It doesn't matter.
I just
Move
say,
along.
She was a member of the Uniparty. No, actually, she was an independent. That's it. There, I skipped around your question.
Darn it! Trying to make a point.
Commissioner Blackwell, whose son is definitely, he's also going to be doing the same, and him and his wife are going to eventually be moving out of town afterwards because, why wouldn't they? At the hospital, you have the usual usual chaos, which everybody's like, oh crap, this is crazy. It will take probably a couple of hours for Faith to fully recover, and quite possibly to Eric's was it consternation, confusion, surprise, whatever. The first person she actually asks to see is Finley.
Oh, well, all right.
Well, I would have been by her side, so if she asks for Finley, I'll call him up and say, "Hey, Finley, Faith would like to see you if you want to come by."
Eric is definitely noticing. She's not traumatized. She's pissed off. She's really, really pissed off.
She pissed off at me or at the boys?
At you.
Yeah, it's totally no. It's just mostly it's at the boys. It's the entire situation, and it's one of those where it's like once she gets the opportunity, she's going to consult with Finley and Draven, and it's like that she wants to sort of ramp up the intensity of her training, because she does not want to have an experience like this ever again.
So I'm trying to so Eric, after looking at Blackwell and having more of a up close diagnosis of him based on what he heard before about his injuries, how much more information, how strong would someone have been to administer the amount of damage that he took? Could I derive that?
I would say probably not, because you could always make the argument that when adrenaline kicks in, people can do some amazing things. I mean, think of all the stories about the mom picking up the car to save her kid that's underneath it, because she's operating on pure adrenaline.
Okay.
Pure energy.
Damn it, Mark! That song's gonna end up getting stuck in my head now, isn't it?
Could be.
Well, I'll call Finley and let him know that Faith is
She's just gonna want to talk to him privately and ask about radically intensifying the level of the training. But
Not
she
sure
wants
how
to
much
hit
that
things
would have helped.
in all sorts of directions. She will be able to tell him, at least Finley, that she never saw them approaching. She sensed something, but she didn't see anything. So she didn't think. So she thought she would just sort of imagine it, and then they basically, effectively tased her. And she wants to be able to not be jumped on from behind.
Well, there might be a few things that I can teach you academically, but that would also include, by necessity, some additional training with Mr. Ryder.
Okay, so and as requested, the detective is not. It will be ended up keeping the majority of your efforts under wraps. It will likely get around that you did assist in some capacity, but it is not clear what capacity that is. And at least probably a couple days after this particular thing, the detective is actually going to be waiting for Draven outside the gym and he's basically going to want to find out what the hell is actually going on. And he's not trying to be aggressive or intimidating or any of that crap, because honestly you're super quite a bit taller than he is, but he legitimately wants to know what the hell just happened.
I wonder if we should just introduce him to the council.
And now Draven actually has the possibility of getting rid of his GM assigned enemy. Granted, he could have done that on the hilltop too.
By killing him?
Yeah.
So Draven will say, "All right, detective, I'll talk with you, but it's not going to be at the station, because you know that's not going to go well."
That's fine.
So Draven's going to invite him into the gym and go to one of the back rooms or something like that, the lunchroom.
Okay. He's totally leery at first, because why wouldn't you be? You're kind of a scary dude.
And a nefarious character.
Yeah, don't forget the nefariousness.
So, detective, what is it you want to know?
Start at the beginning. What the hell just happened? Those things were monsters.
Correct. They exist. There's a great many things that you don't know.
Well, I think it's about time I changed that. All right, since you actually
Insert
managed
training montage.
Well, since he managed to control his bad temper and his bully, he will no longer be classified as an enemy. And if Draven actually does want to pick him up as a contact, he can be, because presuming he actually explains some of the stuff of what's actually going on.
Draven will explain, but he's not going to tell the whole story.
Understandable, because he doesn't know the whole story.
He will be holding back.
Well, yeah, you can't tell him about all the credit card fraud that you've done over the years, because
Or the
that's how
fact
they
that
pay.
he was actually at that house.
Yeah, he won't mention that. He won't mention his mum or any of that stuff.
And the day or the next morning from after that, so this is going to be about 3 days after Faith is rescued. Word gets around goes around the town very quickly that the 4 boys that were arrested and arraigned simply disappeared from the jail. Nobody can explain it, not at all. Curiously, all of the cameras kind of died too. And
Blackwell didn't kill himself.
and this naturally does not go over well for those who are already blaming the mayor or former mayor over this, and quite a number of conspiracy theories start springing up that they were they were sprung or tracked out. Tracked out. That's not the word.
It's the former mayor used her influence.
Exactly. There's also some other counter conspiracies that, like, because of the mood of the town about these kids, they were relocated elsewhere to undergo different trials. And about that, I think it's probably around that time that Eric is also going to have learned that I have to look at throw the picture up again. David, who he had noticed the hair was coming out, and had also aged 10 years. He is absolutely convinced that dude was terminally ill to begin with. But doesn't look like those kids are going to be coming around anymore.
My vow to not kill a human is safe. I didn't actually kill them.
No, probably not. The Venatori are going to contact Finley after he makes his appropriate reports and inform him that he needs to, get that grimoire and get it out of the hands of the local police. That thing is simply too dangerous to be stuck in a storage locker.
They didn't grab it
evidence
while they
locker.
were there.
They weren't. The council wasn't aware that it was there. They were just there for the kids.
I thought we would have picked it up on the way out. That one of the guys would have just taken it with him.
It's evidence. It's not like it's going to be, hey, but you don't mind if I take this, do you? Surely you've watched some crime shows. No,
Just a book.
It's a very large, heavy book. I'm just giving Finley a heads up that his duty is activating for the next session.
Hooray!
So he's going to have to figure out how to get a hold of how to get that out of the police station.
First, you got to get a tactile neck and some lock.
Oh, absolutely.
And
yeah.
some lock picks.
Yeah, that's on the list.
The final thing that I had was with regards to the. I have to go here. Sorry. This is Daniel's fault. I don't know why it's Daniel's fault. I'm just blaming him. With regards to the reward money that was offered by Brian Little, the plant manager of HHS, since technically the Detective Hernandez is the one that retrieved her, and he is like, nope, this is part of my official duties. Little is going to offer it instead to Faith, and let her decide what is done with that money.
And now she has a Porsche.
Or some no. She would look so much cooler in some kind of tricked out, full on American muscle car.
Or she's going to buy a bunch of gear to make herself actually look like a vampire slayer.
It's going to be one of those. It's like, so you got a creeper van. Yeah. And an Impala. You should see what I've got in the trunk. Open it up and it's straight out of Supernatural. Okay, so I think we're actually going to probably end it there a little bit early. I was not expecting the fight I should have went 3 rounds instead of 2 rounds before the critter showed up, but that's okay. Everything's fine. We're all fine here. So unless is there anything that any questions or comments that you guys have that you wanted to do to follow up? There will be another time skip, so you will actually be able to be to recover. I think it's going to be closing in on October. It might be in October for the next one.
Just to throw it out there, I think since Hurt is at the gym quite a bit, so he'll probably be there when Faith is training. He's going to actually start teaching her tradecraft.
Damn, you guys are like going to turn her into like
Yeah.
scary. It's like, wow, she's straight up
Well,
a Mary Sue.
She's
now.
worried about getting jumped and situational awareness and all that. So I figure, yeah, why the hell not? I'll just start teaching her that. Maybe the company can use her down the road.
Does question I have is does Eric get wind of Faith's training, or is this still secret?
Well, she's not hiding the fact that she's going to the gym a lot, but he has got sufficient medical competence to know that's totally believable. It's entirely that's a coping mechanism. But I don't know about whether any of the others are keeping it a secret that they're turning your baby sister into a super spy that can kill vampires on her off time.
Well, they all know that I'm a damn peer now, so
Yeah, maybe
did
that's
reveal
why
that
they're keeping
previously.
it a secret.
Because somebody's got to take you down later, and she'll be easier to get under your radar.
Wow.
It's weird. It's the really odd part is all like the dummies, the targets, and everything have like a very similar facsimile of you for their faces. It's just you with like fangs and paler skin.
Oh, I guess
So
it
you're-
does kind of look like him. That's weird.
Does Draven
Training
have
her
to
take down a good guy. All right, got it.
Does Draven have to spend points to pay off the Hernandez enemy?
No, since that was a GM given enemy because it was funny. But he would have to spend points if he wants to pick him up as a contact.
If
Or
Draven was
ally.
going to use Hernandez as a potential means to get the grimoire back, he can't be a contact because contacts are only information, right?
No, they
that's
can do things. I believe you'd have to check on it, but I believe they can do things other than just information. They can actually perform tasks.
I thought they had to be a patron or something like that.
I don't think so.
Or ally.
But there's a whole book on that.
I can look that up and get that information back to you.
All right, well that's the plan. Even if it's only temporary.
Okay, cool.
Because
Well,
Draven fully knows that he's going to be out of here at some point.
yeah, you might get eaten or blown up or something.
He's probably going to die when he goes back and takes on the Sasquatch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's going to slap you into Nebraska.
Well, that actually does bring up a point that Hurt is aware that the company actually went in there and that Sasquatch was not there.
Right.
That's because he got scared. He knew that Draven knew where he lived.
And Hurt suspects he knows why he wasn't there.
Yeah, he suspects Utina had a word or two with him. Might explain why your dance card has been kind of empty for a while.
Mm-hmm.
They're like hiding out on their reservation, going, "Ow, ow,
Mm-hmm.
ow! Please knit together faster." Well, okay, that's where we will end it for the night. All active players will get 2 character points, and we will pick up next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. For those of you on the stream, if you are watching this, have questions, corrections, general complaints, suggestions, some good nature heckling, maybe even a little bit of trolling, but minimize the trolling. Feel free to leave a comment on the video or find us at either Discord or the cancer that is Facebook. And thank you for watching, and Olympus bids you good night.
Farewell.
Oh.